so riveting. But we'll break it all down here for you on the show, and you can hang out with us at 617-779-0985. That's the phone number if you want to call in. You can also join us tonight on our YouTube channel. I'm about to log in right now. Just go to 985thesportshub.com. You can search 985 The Sports Hub, and you will see me right there, right on the screen, and you can make a screen name, and then you can chat into the show, and then I will read your chats because I love you all. And it's as easy as that, and that's what we do on this Friday night. We can react to the Patriots game yesterday. Who's the third running back? What did you think of some of the young guys that were playing yesterday? And hey, guys, hey, the Red Sox back in action tonight as Jake Bennett is on the mound as they're playing in Pittsburgh. So I've already called it a win, and it's a win. The game already started, so I can't give you my Bally's pick of the night, but we will certainly do that very soon. So where do we start tonight? Well, of course, it's the Patriots, right? Those New England Patriots yesterday who finally started the season. Full disclosure, the preseason was a bore. Usually I kind of like this time of year. I like kind of watching who some of these other guys are that could make the team or somebody that I remember from college and all of that. But last night was a bore. It was a snooze fest. It was bad. But I do have takeaways. And I still feel at this point, though, although the game wasn't great, Mike Vrabel seemed very into the game. That's kind of my leadoff thought tonight was Mike Vrabel. Had a lot going on this offseason, we know that. Off a Super Bowl loss, mind you. A lot of pressure, a lot of things he's probably didn't plan on, and a lot of things he's still continuing to battle, all that stuff. But he was into it last night. He looked upset on the sideline after a Kyle Williams route where he didn't come back for. He looked upset about that. I liked it. I liked the fire out of Mike Vrabel. How about keep telling the offense to stay up tempo? Every time they'd make a play, he would say, go, go, go. Wanted them on the line and show a high tempo, which is something I think they've been stressing at camp this year. Whenever there was a turnover, there were 4 by the defense. Whenever there was a turnover, Mike Vrabel was right there to celebrate all the turnovers. He looked engaged. He showed frustration. There were coaching moments throughout the night. Remember when he threw the challenge flag? Yeah, I was pretty invested. I just really liked what I saw from him himself. And it was a good sign for the season. He's locked in, no distractions. Didn't seem like nobody didn't want to listen to Mike Vrabel. Remember all those conversations? Remember all the people who thought, imagine being a player on that team for somebody who did that. Did you notice any of that last night? No. But he seemed locked in. He let his position group coaches let them coach. He was individually coaching everybody last night. I really liked it. And yeah, I know every preseason game they're looking for these type of things. Sometimes in the preseason games, the head coaches let somebody else call the plays. So if you're like, yeah, Joe, he looked invested. Like, I don't know, some places, maybe their coaches aren't as invested. But wasn't that a talking point from the offseason? Because give me another storyline. You want to talk about Christian Gonzalez again? I got more on that. You want to talk about Kayshon Boutte? Will he get traded? Or who's going to be the third running back on the team? Will they have a pass rush? Like, there's no real storylines, which is why the whole league was talking about Mike Vrabel this offseason. But last night, Mike Vrabel looked like Coach Vrabel. By the way, celebrating his birthday today. Now, I don't know who he's celebrating it with or who he's blowing candles out with anybody. I don't know. I don't know any of that. All I know is Mike Vrabel, the football coach, looked engaged, looked back, looked happy to be back. And you know what else I really liked? He made a quote regarding football, and you're a football player and you need to do your job. Not the do your job, Patriots, but we expect you to do this because you're a pro. I like that from Vrabel last night. Now, there were guys who looked impressive. Maybe there's some signs and some not good at all. All I know is Mike Vrabel, the coach, was locked in for the preseason. I didn't see any distractions. I don't even see a guy resting on his laurels either. So we'll leave it there at 617-779-0985. I will get into why ties are stupid in preseason football. Also, the Red Sox are underway right now. They're in Pittsburgh tonight. Jake Bennett's on the mound. I do want to get into what Peyton Tolley did over his last couple of starts and what he did last night, but there's a lot of chatter about maybe some reinforcements coming this way as well for the Red Sox. And, well, today, Trevor Story and IKF in Worcester. Now they're in Worcester because of the Chris Stapleton concert that's happening over at Fenway Park this weekend. But they're close to a rehab stint. And Roman Anthony's close to a rehab stint. Can the Red Sox hang on for a couple of more series? They have a 5.5 game lead at the moment. They're getting the pitching every night. Can their bullpen, which was so rested last night, they needed it. Can Jake Bennett, who struggled over his last couple of starts here, and can the offense continue to get going after their 7 runs and a grand slam last night? This is a interesting weekend for the Red Sox. I think they need to win this series. Not to mention, they'll see Paul Skeens on Sunday. Now, they hit Dylan Cease this week. They've hit other good pitchers this year. But when their offense isn't going, they struggle generally versus a guy like that. Also, one thing to keep an eye on. No Ceddanne Rafaela tonight. He took a hit on the hand yesterday, and he's out of the lineup tonight. Is that something to keep your eyes on? Did you know Ceddanne Rafaela, since the All-Star break, has the most RBI in baseball with 24? Did you know who 2 and 3 are? Wilyer Abreu with 21 and Caleb Durbin with 21. The offense has been struggling of late. They got the big grand slam tonight. Pittsburgh, come on, that's a hitter's park. But they're doing it tonight without their all-star center fielder. And let's see what they can do with Jake Bennett on the mound. All right, we're off and running tonight. Anything you guys want to talk about at 617-779-0985. I got some thoughts on the Patriots and who was good, who was bad, all of that. And we'll continue with the Red Sox conversation. Hey, did you know the NBA Hall of Fame was tonight? And Doc Rivers is going in? Yes, Doc Rivers is going in. Just wanted to let you go on that one before we hit the break here. Jake Seymour is with us tonight as well. We got Jake and Joe. Yeah, we should get a sponsorship on that one. We'll take a break. You're listening to 98.5 of the Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
Coleman.
It's electric.
When you need an electrician, call Coleman Electric from Bob.
we're just jousting each other right now. But we're here with you on 98.5 The Sports Hub and on YouTube. Just go to youtube.com. You can search 98.5 The Sports Hub, and you can always call in with whatever you'd like. Look at all the people in our chat tonight. Thank you guys for joining us here on this Friday night. We got Nick, Brian. We got Sir Droids. Jack, what's up? Excalibur, I haven't seen you in a while. We got, who else is in here? I'm trying to find some new faces that I haven't seen anymore. But yeah, it's real easy to do. You can just chat right in. Sup, y'all. Feel free to call. Jake Seymour is with us tonight. Hello, Jake. Welcome to the night show.
Hello, Joe. How are you doing tonight?
I know you are on the night show at times, but tonight you are the captain of the ship.
I'm driving the ship, as some would say.
I am the guy that's in the back throwing peanuts at the crowd.
Is that the peanut gallery comes from?
Yeah, yes. And then I'd be like, well, if this was a boat or a ship, would it be like a whale watch?
I think we'd be on a yacht. Let's go high class, Joe.
Ooh, I'm on
jet
a
skis in
boat.
the back, maybe a helicopter.
I always say boats and Joes.
Better than the other one. From the
Yeah, I was going to say.
That's not FCC regulated.
The Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. I didn't think I'd be starting football talk tonight, Jake, with the kicker. It wasn't really, it was something I thought would be interesting to talk about. But where are the storylines? Like, what storyline is there outside of Christian Gonzalez?
You mean you don't want to talk about the fourth string tackle?
What's his name?
I have no idea.
I saw a couple last night. I saw Demetrius Crownover. Did you see him? There was one guy I never ever heard of on the Patriots last night, and I watched camp. Like, I was there. Remember, I was there. You've been there. There was one guy. I'll tell you his name right now. Let's see here. He was a left guard. Andrew Rupchich. Do you know what college he went to? You won't. Culver Stockton. Where the hell is Culver Stockton University?
Looks like that's in Canton, Missouri. Not to be confused with Canton, Massachusetts, or Canton, Ohio.
Okay, Canton, Ohio. I was going to say that's where the Hall of Fame is. Andrew Rupchich. Andrew Rupchich. Who are you, sir? Again, watching last night. By the way, the line wasn't bad. I mean, I didn't think they got a good push or anything like that. He's an American football player, so we know that. He was signed by the Titans. Oh, he's one of these old Titans guys that Vrabel knows from way back when. He's been doing that a lot lately. Hassan Haskins is now back. I have a lot of his cards. He was a fourth-round pick that failed. But never heard of this guy in my life. He did play, though. Actually, no. Every year he's a camp buddy and gets cut. Great. That's who I saw out there last night. But no, when we get back to the kicker here. Andy Borregales from Miami had a great, highly decorated college career, right? One of the best kickers in the country. Miami was one of the top teams. He was nails. He didn't miss anything. He had some struggles last year, but overall had an above-average season, or to good, whatever you'd like to call it. And when this season started, there was only one kicker in camp. Yet there's two long snappers, right? Sometimes they bring in a second punter just to take a look. But the guy with the runway, with no one behind him, no competition, no other body, Andy Borregales. And Jake, I don't know if you can look it up back there, but last night when Mike Vrabel was asked about, it was probably the first question in postgame, but it was about Andy Borregales and missing his, I almost said free throws, missing his field goals yesterday. He mentioned the amount. Let's hear that. If you got it.
Andy missed a couple of field goals today. What was your message to him?
3. I don't have a message. I mean,
3.
We're expected to make them. That's pro football. They're banging them in from 60 yards. They got 2 kickers on the roster, so Andy knows that we have to make those field goals.
He's got to make them. He's got to make them. Again, not where I wanted to start today. I mean, I'd rather do the backup quarterback if you really wanted me to. But now we got to talk about Andy Borregales, who missed 2 missed 2 field goals, by the way. I know I'm still in basketball. I'm in my own preseason right now. And then has a chance to win the game, meaningless game preseason. But you win a game in the preseason from a field goal, everyone's happy and you feel like you won. Yeah, everyone's happy. Hey, what'd you think? Hey, we came away with the win. We saw some good things. I was really happy for Andy there to close it. And then, boom, we're not even talking about Borregales today. We're not even saying, hey, are you worried? We'll just be like, no, he hit a game-winning kick. When the game was on the line, he made the big kick. That's what I would say. But he didn't. And ties are stupid, but that's another story. Jake Seymour, your thoughts on Andy Borregales missing 3 field goals?
Well, if I could do some facilitating here, Joe, and perhaps even get the sniffer out. What happened this week at Gillette Stadium?
The turf.
Oh, yeah, the turf. They had to rip up the turf, put new ones down. Do we think the turf had anything to do with the missed field goals? Maybe a little bit slippery, not as broken in?
So, I don't know if the turf did because the guy that was on the other field kicked a 61-yarder a minute before. So I'm going to say no. Even though I know the turf is did you see the spray paint, though? No, that looked like Rozzie's Fallon Field when we would go down, my buddies and I. We'd play and we'd mark the field ourselves. We'd get like a piece of wood and spray paint over the wood so it'd get on the grass. Yeah, I think we had better looking hash marks than they did. If you would like, I can give you an excuse for Andy Borregales.
Oh, I would love to hear it. Let's go.
Ashby, the regular long snapper, wasn't in the game. They had the scrub that's not going to make the team.
Now, let me ask you this. If Jared Wilson was not under center and Drake May was working with the backup center, would you give him the same excuse? Like if he had a couple drop snaps or he didn't play well and missed a couple throws he should have had, lost the game on a game-winning drive.
I would have blamed the backup quarterback.
No, we would have blamed Drake May. It wouldn't be backup center. Like if Jared Wilson didn't play and Drake May had to work with a backup center, we wouldn't be blaming the backup center.
Do you think having a different snapper could impact the kick?
I think it could have some impact, yes. But isn't that more on the holder to get the snap, and no matter how it comes to you, have to make sure it's ready to go and on the tee?
See, I think when it comes to kicking, if you suck, you suck. If you're good, you're good.
I feel like kickers have a short lifespan, some of them at least. Like, you're either really good, you're really hot, or you're really bad. Like, look at Justin Tucker, one of the best kickers in NFL history, and he fell off a cliff.
One bad move off the field, and it's ruined his career.
Well, yes, outside of that, of course.
But
even Gostkowski, didn't he kind of fall off a little bit at the end? At the very end,
I mean, he hit the game winner against. See, all I remember, what's the biggest kick of Gostkowski's life? Probably the Rams in the playoffs. But, like, I couldn't name you another. Gostkowski was fine. No,
he was great. I just meant more toward the end of his career. I felt I remembered some rocky kicks in his final years.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. He's had them. There was always talk about when are they going to potentially find a backup plan. Because they tried Chad Ryland, who's still in the league, by the way. Here's the deal. Here is the deal. Turn my radio up. If you turn your radio up, I want you to hear this. I want you to hear this too, Jake. I think the Patriots are a Super Bowl or bust team. I think right now they're one of the favorites in the AFC. I think the expectation should be AFC Championship game. Okay? So the expectations I have for this Patriots team, if their weak link is their kicker, I'm going to be pissed. So I don't want a stupid kicker, a guy that can't make big kicks. I don't want him on the roster if he can't be trusted. This team is too good to have an unreliable kicker. You need the 3 points. You need the extra point. It's not something I want to be worried about. I don't want to think of a guy that was from Miami and now is now outside kicking in snowy conditions. I don't want to think that. If the team is going to go far this year, I don't want to worry about Borregales. That's the take. Don't want a good team to be weak at that position. Okay? Did everybody hear me? They're too good to fall for that. And you know what? I hope they bring in another kicker. Just a guy. Some veteran who just wants a paycheck to just challenge the guy a little bit. Or maybe somebody that can just stay in shape in case this guy gets hurt or something. They've always found kickers. They always have. Always. Always. But you drafted this one. And now we're talking about it after the first preseason game? That's not good. We shouldn't be talking about guys from last year's draft class that could potentially hurt the team. Because we're not doing that with Kyle Williams, are we? Are we doing that right now with Kyle Williams?
I mean, there's discussion about him, but not to the.
But after last night's game, do you feel that way?
He's also isn't a starter.
Okay.
He's wide receiver 6, 7.
Depends on who you ask. 6'7", get it? Anyways, your thoughts at 617-779-0985. If the Red Sox get another guy thrown out at the plate or on base, I'm going to flip out. I am going to flip out. This is now first base, second base, third base the other night, and now home plate. They've touched them all. Picked off at first, picked off at second, thrown out at third, and now thrown out at home, and I can't take it anymore. I can't take it. Why are you running the bases like that? Why? Why? They've been thrown out everywhere. What base haven't they been thrown out at? The other night, that stupid double play, first base. Cedon Rafael tries to steal second. Out. Then a wild pitch, he tries to go for third. Out. And then they just sent Wilson Contreras. Hey, Jaron Duran, you see that? They sent Wilson Contreras, and he's out at the plate. How do you feel?
Any camera cuts to the dugout? Maybe him yelling or screaming.
You know what? Dustin went to break too fast.
Oh, too fast.
Should I call them?
Gotta get the commercials in, Joe.
Now I want to know.
Don't even read the score. Right to break.
I want to know. We need a sounder every time they get thrown out, just so everyone knows I'm about to flip out. Or does everybody know I'm about to flip out anyways? But they're wasting runners. They're wasting them. They can't score. Eddie's in Rhode Island. Hey, Eddie.
Hey, Joe. If you watch Borregales and watch some of those missed kicks, he's got a tendency to, watch the left side of the line. It's almost like he has a concern over there. And I just watched whoever it was, probably from East Omaha University, just run up, and it was like they got close, but he's got a tendency to just overthink, I think, the pressure coming off the line, which he shouldn't. And I think he's just nervous about getting hit. He didn't get hit a lot in college. He's not gotten hit a lot in the pros. And then you got all the Adam Vinatieri things coming up with the, Hall of Fame induction, and maybe that was weighing on his mind. But I don't know. Personally, I think we'll give the kid a chance. Couple games through the season, but we got to start looking for a new kicker now. Thanks, man.
Well, I don't feel that way.
I don't think Vinatieri's Hall of Fame and his roast session at the Hall of Fame had anything to do with Borregales last night. Just my hunch, Joe.
So you don't think that the greatest Hall of Fame, greatest kicker of all time, going in the Hall of Fame, impacted a guy who's second year in the league?
No, it had no impact. I mean, most of the Patriots weren't even there. Was Robert Kraft there?
Oh, we want to do that now?
I'm just saying how much of
No, Robert wasn't there. Jonathan wasn't there.
I understand why guys like Mike Vrabel and Belichick weren't there. They
Bill Belichick wasn't there.
Tom Brady?
Tom
Does
Brady
he have a team to coach?
was not there. They just weren't there.
Weren't there for their teammate at the biggest day of his
He
professional
went in
career.
as a Colt.
Well, the tie. Jim Irsay's tie.
And
Robert Kraft couldn't give him a tie?
And his daughter was the speaker, and Peyton Manning was there.
That was, to me, the saddest part of the whole thing. We can talk about the roast session all we want, but the fact that he went into the Hall of Fame, I know it's not like baseball where you're going with the cap and all that, but he was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame as a Colt. And to be honest with you, Joe, when you think of Adam Vinatieri, I think nationally too, not just in this market, do you think of the Indianapolis Colts? No, you think of the Patriots.
You're right. All right, go answer those calls. Here I am telling Jake what to do. Answer those calls. I'll go to a break. We'll get all this going. We'll take more of your calls. We'll talk about kickers if you really want to. And we'll give you the score of the Red Sox game now here in Headlines.
Sports Hub headlines.
All right, Pittsburgh is a 1-0 lead right now over the Red Sox after giving up a home run. Jake Bennett is on the mound tonight. And You want to take it on the run? Well, let's just say that they're taking it on the chin.
They try to take it on the run, but they get thrown out.
You know what? That can't happen anymore. I like that they have an identity and they're aggressive and they run the bases and they bunt. It's fun. Right? Like Wilson Contreras bunts and everyone's like, whoa. Because he did. It's kind of, let's just be honest, it's stupid for Wilson Contreras to bunt. But it got everybody off guard. He also, in the dugout, said, hey, Caleb Durbin, hey, Durbinator, hey, Derby. I'm going to bunt, sacrifice the guys over. They're going to walk Massa, and then you're going to hit a grand slam. That's what they said, Contreras said in the dugout. I mean, if we were playing in or out right now, which we're not, would you be in or out on that one, Jake?
Out.
I kind of like the story, though.
It's a cute little story, just like the try-hard Tracy Red Sox.
It's a great... whoa, you think they're the try-hard Tracy?
No, I mean it as a compliment. They try very hard. I don't mean it as a disrespect thing. They try very hard. They play with a lot of like work ethic, and they're high. They're fun to watch. They're a good team to watch.
They are fun to watch, but they're also aggravating to watch.
And sometimes that's where the try hard gets.
See, when they hit home runs, they're great. This is where we're at in this town, right? We forget about chicks dig the long ball. Boston digs the long ball. You hit home runs, everyone likes it. It's easy, right? It's like, whoa. But these bunts, everyone's like, it's weird. Whoa, they scored. But taking that on the chin is where I was going with this. And Jake Bennett, struggling right now, and I think he's been struggling of late. And this is the most innings he's ever pitched. But right now he's at 3 2/3, 5 hits, 4 earned, gave up the home run to Flores in this one. 4-0. 4th inning right now. It's hard for the Red Sox to battle back in games when they get behind. Now, when they were on the winning streak, it didn't matter. When they're on their winning streak, it was like, all right, they'll just come back. But now it's becoming a problem. And case in point, last inning, I still haven't seen Jarren Duran waving Wilson Contreras around to score out at the plate. I'm still waiting to see Jarren. By the way, did you see what Jarren did this week? I don't know. Should I say this? Did I put it in our Slack channel? Did you? So, have you ever had someone chirp you, Jake? And then you're like, I feel like I know who this person is, and you just happen to look them up or go whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're like, bro, people chirp me, and I want to be like, hey man, you know that we have a really good mutual friend, right? And I do that because you're slandering me, but yet we're boys with the same guy.
It's funny what happens when you get the keyboard warriors riled up and they're behind a screen. They're not saying it to your face, Joe. They're saying it to a screen.
Well, does that mean that Jarren Duran's a keyboard warrior?
I think a lot of people are keyboard warriors. We all kind of have that innate flaw.
I saw this from What's the Word? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I'm familiar with them. They're like a Massachusetts account.
Is it
get a lot of high schools?
So brown check mark or?
I would say not even a check mark, like an aggregator.
Okay.
They used to make content back when I was in high school. I don't think they do anymore.
Jarren Duran exposed a fan who sent him a DM, then pulled up the fan's arrest record.
I actually did see this. And honestly, good for Jarren Duran.
You like that?
What the guy DM'd him, you can't DM that to somebody.
So I didn't see what it was. It's probably about Jarren Duran's mental health, I assume.
Yes, it was about suicide.
No.
I believe that's the DM it's referring to.
Got it.
So you don't DM somebody that ever. So honestly.
So somebody said to him, he Googled the guy's name, where he was from, and then they've police news. Oof. Well, there's a lot of sleuthing going on, Joe, I think the guy was blocking the plate. I think he's going to be safe. Was he safe? Wilson Contreras? No, right? Because of the... No. If it matters, Adam V had about 400 more points with the Colts than... Oh, Adam Vinatieri more points with the Colts. But that's because they played in the Dome.
Or I didn't realize points matter for kickers. I thought it was the moment can you perform in the clutch. That's what matters for a kicker, I thought. Being consistent's great, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, that's an interesting question. Maybe you had this or that. If you could have the kicker that makes every clutch kick possible when you need it, like final seconds of a half, game-winning kick, or the one that's extremely reliable, but will often miss those game-winning kicks.
Okay. You'll understand this, Jake. I had this conversation with Lucy the other day. Boston 10-minute chat, now it's on 4 o'clock. I was talking to Lucy about how some people just have empty calories. Like Russell Westbrook, who retired this week. He'll go to the Hall of Fame. Right? MVP, scoring champ, most triple-doubles ever. Loser. He's just a loser. All those stats, all that stuff he put up with, just empty calories. Why? He never, ever threatened for a championship. Well, maybe that one time when Oklahoma City was good. You know, when they had James Harden, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and Serge Ibaka and Kendrick Perkins. That was a pretty good team. Can you believe that team lost the championship? Yeah, Russell Westbrook was on it. My point is it's empty calories. My point is that sometimes all those points that you're talking about, they don't matter. I care about the big kicks. I care about that. That's important to me. You know, Nick Folk, when he was here, might have been one of the most solid kickers. The team stunk, but you know what? Every time you got in the range, he was making that kick. I bet you his time in New England probably extended his career. Nick Folk was with the Jets and was done, bro. I think he played for somebody last year, too. Was he on the Tennessee Titans last year? All I'm saying is like, you know, when you think of Nick Folk, you just think of a guy that was dependable. You don't care that he had pretty kicks, low kicks, how many points. I just remember him being solid is what I remember.
Folk was on the Jets last year, Tennessee the year before.
Tennessee, Jets, whatever. He's played for 2 other teams since the Pats, and he was old then.
He's been in the league since 2007.
When were you born?
2002.
Okay, thank you.
Jim Lell talked about this the other day when Adam Vinatieri got inducted into the Hall of Fame. At one point, there were, I believe, 9 people in the studio between our 3 studios, and half of them were not alive for the snow game.
Oh, that's sad. Old Man on the Moon is chirping us back saying Adam wouldn't be in the Hall of Fame without all those points. I'd make an argument that his career alone with the Patriots would have got him in.
Yeah, if he retired after New England, he would have gone in the Hall of Fame.
So I don't think he would have been in as fast, though.
No, it would have taken him a while. But my thing with the Hall of Fame, you need to ask yourself one question. Can you tell the story of the sport without X player? And if the answer to that question is no, then he's a Hall of Famer. He needs to get in.
I agree with you, Jake. I don't think we're really going to have a lot of back and forth.
Can you tell the story of the National Football League without Adam Vinatieri?
You can't.
Because he literally, no pun intended, kick-started the New England Patriots dynasty.
He was a part of 4. I mean, he was a part of 4 in New England. He lost in '96. That was a good team. You might remember this, but he tackled Herschel Walker, kind of put him on the map, hit some big kicks. Team went to the Super Bowl. I mean, they were in it until, you know, Andre Rison and Reggie White happened, and then sad. I'm still sad about that game. Terry Glenn was good. Ted Johnson was in that game. I love you, Ted. 617-779-0985. We were talking baseball. Is that what we're doing, or football? Whatever. It's Friday night. How's everybody feeling tonight? Did you know Peyton Tolley? His last 7 starts, the Red Sox are 7-0. Like right now, when you look at the Red Sox rotation, every week I think it seems to change. But who's their ace today? It's probably Tolley. Who was their ace last week? It's probably Sonny Gray. Who was the ace the week before that? Well, it was Wilson. It was Ranger Danger. Then it was Jake Bennett, right? It's been somebody different who's contributed to helping the Red Sox in their rotation. But In the last 7 games, Tolley's last starts, his F-WAR is second in baseball. His expected ERA is second in baseball. His total ERA of 2.21 is 7th in baseball. His strikeout rate is 5th in baseball. His walk-to-strike ratio, 29.5%, is 4th in baseball. Like, he's had an incredible start, and if you look at it, he's had 20 starts in his career. Peyton Tolley, 20 starts. When he starts giving up 0 runs, he's done it 5 times. When he's given up 1 earned run or less, he's done it 9 times in his career. So let's do some Joe math, okay? Peyton Tolley starts with 2 earned runs or less, 13. Peyton Tolley with 3 earned runs or less, 17. Peyton Tolley starts with 4 earned runs or less, 19. The guy doesn't give up more than 4 runs in a game. And if you really want to look at it, 4 or less is great. But the 13 of 2 or less, the 5 shutouts, it's incredible. When you look at this 2-game streak he's been on from the 14-game strikeouts to yesterday, that 14 strikeout game was unbelievable. And if they kept him in the game, he would have broke Roger Clemens' record. That's a fact. But Red Sox pitchers during a 2-game span to throw 6 innings or more, give up 2 hits, give up 2 walks and 4 strikeouts, only 5 Red Sox pitchers have ever done it. Pedro Martinez, Cy Young, John Lester, Josh Beckett, Peyton Tolley. This is where he's going. That's a nice list right there. And by the way, Peyton Tolley, the youngest. We're starting to see how far this guy can go. He can absolutely be at the front of the rotation. He's been getting stronger in games, later in games. And yesterday, he only had 4 strikeouts, but he was throwing his changeup all day long. We've now started to see Peyton Tolley win differently besides just blowing the ball past people. I'm interested in how long they can keep this rotation going for. Jake Bennett already given up 4 runs tonight. Ranger Suarez has been struggling of late. Sonny Gray's been good. What's going to happen this weekend with, again, Sonny Gray Saturday and then Patrick Sandoval on Sunday versus Paul Skeens? We'll leave it there at 617-779-0985. Well, Christian Gonzalez, everybody. What are you thinking? Will he be at practice tomorrow? Next week, joint practices with the Eagles. I talked to Bedard last night. He had a thought on it. I know that Steve Burton mentioned something and Devin McCourty during the game yesterday. And you got anything else, Jake? You're looking at me funny. No? All right. Well, this hour of the Sports Hub has been brought to you by our good friends, because we have so many good friends, Jake, over at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com to save 15% off your next draft oil change. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray. Hour number 2 next here on the Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
What up, guys? Let me tell you about my friends. my money at the card shows, Jake?
I have. You're counting it. Hey, you're dealing. You got to make the deal. You got to know what you got.
Just, if you want to, that's why I do it. I put the money out so everyone can see me with the money, and they're like, ooh.
Yeah, show me the money.
But he makes deals. And then they're like, hey, you buying? And I'm going to be like, what do you got? And that's pretty much how it works. And then we make offers, and then I look them up online, and then, yeah, it's kind of like it's a prop for me. It's kind of like when you put chum in the water with sharks. You know, you're trying to get the old sharks over. Hey, you just flash a little bit, count that money at the table. You know what I mean? Because I remember Christian Gonzalez was counting his money at the Celtics game in the booth up there.
I do remember that.
Were you there that night? You wrote a story about that, didn't you?
I did.
At 98.5 The Sports. Should we pull that up?
We can try and find it.
Man, you know what? Pull it up. Yeah, because I would like to go back to that one and what the narrative was back then compared to what the narrative is here today. I mean, on some radio show today, Mike Vrabel said that the absence had nothing to do with his contract situation. Yep, I don't believe that. You mean to tell me the absence of Christian Gonzalez? Don't lie to me. Or they're Patriots fans that are like, oh, he'll be out there, don't worry about it. And they're going with it. See, sometimes, Jake, there are sheep when it comes to Patriots fans. I'm not insulting them. That's not an insult. Whatever the coach says, whatever the organization says, they just think they're going to do that. But that's not always the case. And I can give you many, many cases that it hasn't. So when I hear that it has nothing to do with his contract, I'm going to sip my drink again. Because you don't sit here and tell me it's not about the money. Anyways, go ahead.
So I couldn't find a story that I wrote. I think it was just a tweet that I ended up writing. So I just tweeted out, Christian Gonzalez was just shown on the Jumbotron. He stared at the camera and did the money sign with his fingers. To which one Patriot fan, he responded and says, how does one even make a money sign? Do you know what a money sign would be? Thank you. That's exactly what he did. He took his...
Remember Johnny Manziel?
He rubbed his thumbs across his fingers, which were facing forward.
What didn't Johnny Manziel? I thought he...
I believe he did, yes.
Trademarked it or something. I can't remember.
I remember when that happened, people just posted, oh, look at Gonzalez, he's at the game tonight. Ah, wow, so fun. We, Patriots. Wow. No. He wanted to get paid. He told everybody in that building and anyone who saw it on social media, pay me the money.
But he's not negotiating through the media.
No. He's too high class for that.
It's because Robert Kraft goes through the media and says, hey, everybody, we're going to make him the highest paid ever. And we love Christian. We love him. I love him too. Does that mean they got to pay him? You know, I love a lot of things. I love a lot of things. Doesn't mean I'm going to pay for it. I like that nice Honda Pilot with the they have like little what do you call them? Like little rails that you can step on before you get in the truck. See, Jake's a truck guy.
I believe runners are the word.
There you go. I like the runners. And then they have a nice little handle that I call the oblique bar. I like that too, so you can help you get in the car. But I just don't want to pay for it. I like it. It's a great car. Just don't want to pay for it. The other one is you don't want to pay full sticker price because you want to know what the market is. And you know that the MSRP price is $40 million, but you don't want to pay $40 million. You'd like to be somewhere in the 33, 34 range. But Christian Gonzalez reportedly, now we're getting reports. He doesn't want the 2026 MSRP price. He wants the 2027 MSRP price. So again, if I'm going to buy a new car this year, Jake, it's going to be a 26 or 5 Pilot, probably a 26. But don't you all want to wait for the 27 to come out? You know?
Maybe the 28 and the 29 and the 30? Why not just get them all, Joe?
Oh. In this case, Christian Gonzalez wants to get paid the 2027 price, but drive the 26 car. That's what he wants to get paid. And I'm only using the car analogy because you've all been there before. But today, nothing to do with this contract situation. Because again, a lot of players, as he mentioned, they weren't. They also weren't there and didn't dress. But now, what's next for Christian Gonzalez? The expectation that everybody that's healthy and ready to play for us is going to play, said Mike Vrabel. I've never even considered anything other than that. So that's where Vrabel is. So that's great. It's great you're on the same page with him. What's the status of his contract? What happened last year when he didn't? Remember he got a little hammy last year? Missed
Did a hamstring like the second or was it within that first week or two of training camp?
Missed the first couple of games,
like
right?
The second day or something. Yeah, first 4 weeks.
What'd they go?
Weeks.
What was their record with him last year?
1-2.
They lost 2 games, right? And this is the millionth time I'm saying this, Jake. When it comes to that position, you just pay the money. You just pay him. No big deal. Because you might not keep that player for the entirety of the deal. And there's so many other corners that you can look at and say, look what happened to Sauce Gardner, or Trent McDuffie, or Jalen Ramsey, or any other corner that signed for a big contract and then got traded. It's just what happens in that league. Myles Garrett signs a big deal, gets traded. Micah Parsons, all these guys. It's okay to sign someone to a big deal and move on from them. You don't understand, like, oh, you're just really waiting for the market. I don't like that.
Which is only going up, by the way. The market's not going to get any cheaper. They could have signed into a contract a year ago. They could have signed into a contract beginning of the offseason. They chose not to. And how does this feel, too, for Patriots fans? Christian Gonzalez was like the light at the end of the tunnel for the jury years, we'll call it, after Brady left. They got him, I believe, in 2022, 23, right when he was drafted. And was a hit immediately. Everyone knew he was a good player. And now he might not be here long term because the Patriots don't want to pay him. Robert Kraft, I know he says that they offered him the highest contract for a cornerback in that position in the NFL and the Patriots. But, Joe, I would be curious what those details are. What is it, fully guaranteed? Is it half guaranteed?
Do you think the Patriots would really pay a guy $90 or $100 million guaranteed?
No. And that should scare you because Drake May is going to get that.
So, I'm glad you brought that up. I asked Dundero this last night, and he said, nah, maybe. I will tell you this. Dundero didn't dismiss me. I will tell you, he's very good at that. If he doesn't like your take, he's like, no. I actually kind of like that about him. If he doesn't like your take, it's immediately dismissed. But I said that to him. So this is the take I had from him last night. Do you think Drake May is looking at Christian Gonzalez? Saying, man, he's out there at practice. Dude could get hurt. That contract, see you later. And man, it seems like this thing's been going on for a little while now. Do you think Drake May is going to wait for his contract? Like Christian Gonzalez is right now? Are we going to be saying Drake May can't sign his new extension until Jaden Daniels does? Are you going to tell me that Drake May can't sign his new extension until Caleb Williams does? Oh, Bo Nix has signed an extension with the... So what? That means Drake May is getting more, right? Is J.J. McCarthy ever going to play? Like that kind of thing. So my whole point is like, is he watching this being like, could they treat me like that?
You want to ask Drake May yourself?
Ask him.
Christian Gonzalez's contract negotiations appear to still be ongoing here. You're a year from being in a similar spot where you can negotiate a new deal. Does how this has gone with him make you wonder at all if you might have to wait for a new deal from the Patriots?
I'm not thinking about that right now. I mean, I think I'm a big fan of Gonzo and kind of how things are playing out. So I respect him for being out here and competing and wanting to practice. I think that speaks a lot for him wanting to be here. And I think like I said, he's said it before, he's one of the best corners in the league. So I'm looking forward to playing with him, and I'm glad he's on our team.
Yeah, but how does Drake feel about if they treat him the same way? So Drake's just going to show up every day, no problem?
I'm not thinking about that right now.
Oh, okay, thank you. Well, I am. Hey, Drake. I am.
I'm not thinking about that right now.
By the way, I don't know if you saw this last night. Did you see that Drake made pizza? Oh, my God. There's this new Drake made pizza. I saw the commercial for it last night. It was like a Papagino's pizza, but the crust, oh, my God. What is going on in the Red Sox game? What the hell kind of throw is that? Anyways, back to the pizza. It was a Papagino's pizza stuffed with cheesy bread. It looks really good. I want the Drake made pizza. But there was some sort of dipping sauce that I was unaware of, Jake, that I would think maybe like, just your typical red sauce, right? Maybe a little marinara.
You love your sauces, Joe.
I'm a dipper, as you know. I mean, I'm a pizza cowboy.
One of the happiest days I've ever seen you is when we were going down to the Patriots, Houston Texans. We carpooled down to Gillette together from here, and I brought you a breakfast sub from Augustus. I don't think I've seen you as happy as that.
I don't think I ate for the rest of the night that night either.
No, you didn't.
So like
you
3
had
in the
leftovers.
morning or 2 in the morning. I even ate half of it in my car. But yes, I ate it very slowly. Yes, you're right. I did. That was great. Thank you. But what is that sauce? It looked like a cheesy. I don't know if you can see it. Actually, if you look on my timeline on Twitter, I posted it. But I just want to know if is that the right dipping sauce for cheesy bread crust? Like, I kind of want to dip my crust. Ooh. What about a blue cheese or ranch?
I'm not thinking about that right now.
Come on, Drake. The hell's that dipping sauce that you got? It's called the Drake made pizza. What is that dipping sauce? It looks like a cheese, right? Some sort of cheese dipping sauce?
It's from Papagino's, correct?
Yeah.
Let's go on their website, see if I can find it.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't you do that? I'll take a call. I'm interested. Why don't we talk to Tom? He's in the Bay Area.
Yeah, what's going on, Joey from Hyde Park? How we doing?
What up, Tom? How you doing?
Good. Hey, I want to talk about last night. The kid, Kyle Williams, did pretty good. He only had 3 targets, caught a touchdown, could have had 2 if DeVito didn't underthrow him. People love to hype up Kayshon Boutte. He's a good player. I'm not denying that. But people forget, his first year, he didn't do anything. In his second year, there was no one there in his way to limit his reps. So he got all the reps. He got a lot of reps last year. Kyle's not afforded those same opportunities. It's a crowded room. So, I mean, I think people are just being unfair with the development of this kid. He's got all the talent. I mean, it's just he needs reps.
No, I agree. I mean, I just think Boutte has a higher ceiling. I don't know. I think Boutte's been a guy that has proven he can be an outside receiver in this league. Oh, I lost Tom. And then the phone thing went, what the hell happened there? That was weird. The phones went down, and then now it says a blocked caller is calling. Did we get, taken over? Drake made pizza. What? Where at? Says Ryan. Oh, it's called a tangy sauce. What? It's a tangy sauce? What is this tangy sauce?
Trying to find it out, Joe.
I mean, do I want to dip my cheesy bread crust? What is this sauce? Anyways, are people buying this thing? I love Papagino's. Okay, I'm looking at it right now. Here we go. The new stuffed crust pizza, limited time only, Drake May. Order now. It kind of looks like when you get oil and you put a little bit of cheese in it, but I don't think it's that. I don't think Papagino's is popping out the oil and cheese. Well, if you're listening, Papagino's, I'd like to know and I'd like to try it. We're located in Waltham, Massachusetts. There is a Papagino's near us. So if you're listening, I would like to know what the dipping sauce is.
Joe, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just talking about
I had my headphone half off because
dipping sauce.
I was doing some Big J investigative journalism.
Big J?
Okay. Couldn't figure out what the pizza sauce is on the website, so I called the local Papagino's.
Get out of here!
And I asked the guy. I didn't get his name. It was one in Tewksbury, right down the road from me.
Shout out Tewksbury Papas.
I said, hey, I have a random question. What's the dipping sauce that comes with the Drake made pizza? And he told me, oh, it's a garlic Parmesan sauce. And I said, thank you. And I said, I asked this because I work on the radio. And he got very excited we were going to talk about it. So I didn't get the guy's name. I should have asked for it. But shout out that guy. He was very nice. The Papagino's in Tewksbury. The one of Main Street, 553 Main Street.
Okay. Garlic Parmesan dipping sauce.
They also told me that this deal is cheaper than a regular cheese pizza right now.
I want the Drake made pizza. Well, now, here's the question. Would you eat the front first or would you eat the back first? We got to go to break. We got more coming up next. I'm Joe Murray on the Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
That was the song Christian Gonzalez posted on his story this week with a photo of himself at practice.
Oh, do we have any of... Is there any Mike Felger rap lyrics in there? I heard him rapping the other day. What was yesterday? So it would have been under Wednesday there, Jake, the old carts. But I'm pretty sure because, I couldn't understand the lyrics when you were just playing the song. It's like one of those songs where you have to actually decipher. What was that song way back in the day? It was a wicked hit. Didn't mean to cut you up. You're somebody that I used to know. And I just never knew what they were ever saying, It's kind of like a Pearl Jam song.
I think this part's a little more easier to hear, audible. You want to hear it?
Yeah, let's hear it. All right. Great cat.
You could go and look at those lyrics and find any bar, and it relates to this contract situation. It was actually, I give Gonzalez credit. It's a good song to pick.
So are you team, the Red Sox just ran into another out? I can't believe it. Was that Contreras again? Who was that? It was Contreras! What are you doing?
Speaking of them getting thrown out, base running, you know how when they get a strikeout, they make that woo sound, Joe?
Yeah.
I think I have the sound that we need.
Woo, woo, woo?
Yeah, they'd like a woo. It's a whooshing sound, whatever, at Fenway. I think I have the sound that we need to play when it happens. You want to hear it?
Yes. Woo! That's me.
That's you. But it's like a warning. I'm triggered. I'm about to go off.
Oh. So is that the woo sign? Or woo?
It's a different kind of woo.
Kind of sounds like Homer Simpson a little bit. No? Woo! Yeah. Maybe inspired by him. No, what happened was there was a fly ball to the first baseman. Pop up to the first baseman. Now, normally, in a perfect world, they would call the infield fly rule, but they're playing in Pittsburgh, so I don't know if Pittsburgh, plays by regular baseball rules. I'm not really sure how they do things out there. But the first baseman dropped the ball and then grabbed it and then threw out Contreras at first.
Don't you think that the Red Sox should know that? Because A, they're playing there, but B, their owner used to own the Penguins and own the RSN out there?
I believe he might still own the
RSN?
The Pirates.
Pittsburgh Sportsnet, whatever it is.
Yes, because when I go into Nesson, there's one side is the Red Sox. The other side is the Pirates.
Oh, so they're in the same building. They could have walked down the hall and asked them.
They could have, yes. But I don't know where the trucks are, though.
Pittsburgh has entered the chat.
I know. I never thought. Yeah, I guess. So technically, was that Contreras' fault? No. Why wasn't there an infield fly rule on that?
I didn't see the play. I was
One out, pop up to the first baseman, infield fly. Anyways, it's going to go down as somebody thrown out at first base, or second base.
I wish we could have got some analysts on that play, but we got to go to commercial break.
Nick Papagiorgio in our chat. That song sucks. Today's rap needs to go away. It's like nails on a chalkboard. I didn't, it kind of reminded me of a poor man's Post Malone. Or like, Roxanne. It was weak.
It's a long song. It's like over 6 minutes.
So I would just tell, Gunna, like, Christian Gonzalez can't give us something a little better than that? Like, should I give him...
I think the open's a lot better. I tried to pick the lyrics that made sense.
Should I give him a Ice Cube CD? Or the Chronic album by Dr. Dre?
Would you like to hear the open?
Sure, why not? That's going to relate to who? Well, because Robert Kraft has all those friends that are rappers, right? So maybe that's why he's doing it. Should he get something from Meek Mill's catalog? Should we look up some
Fight Fire with Fire?
Oh, that's who. Okay, yeah, there we go. But you're right. Maybe that's maybe that's where he's going for it. How do I? Like me, how do I relate to 19-year-old female interns or my 20-year-old Derek intern? How do I talk to them these days?
The same way you talk to me. I'm not that much older.
Well, I don't know about that.
I will say I thought the Gunna song was good, and it was the perfect song in terms of lyric-wise to choose for what the situation is. And like the writer inside me is like, this is a perfect thing to talk about. He just gave you the story. Yeah. You just got to go write it now. You got to go report it.
I would have gone with the Dreams and Nightmares off the Meek Mill album because it's a dream and it's a nightmare. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll get you headlines. We'll get you caught up on everything happening over in Pittsburgh. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines.
Doc Rivers, a Hall of Famer. Can't believe it. Can't believe the Red Sox are losing to Pittsburgh right now, 7-2 either. I don't know if he saw it, but it's a Drake made pizza, and it's got a stuffed crust all around it. But what I was intrigued by was there was the sauce that it came with. I thought it'd come like marinara, you know. No, it's a garlic cheese sauce. Now I'm interested. So I feel like I'm going to have to call Papagino's and be like, can I get the Drake made pizza with the garlic sauce? And that was the one big takeaway from. I watched the whole preseason game. I worked the damn game. My biggest takeaway was the Drake made pizza. Anyways. Hey, 617-779-0985. You will not believe who is on my television right now, everybody. Oh, and we have in or out coming up. Guess who's playing quarterback for the Jets tonight? Just take a guess. Just take a guess. Come on. Don't look. Don't look.
I'm not looking. I'm trying to think. It's got to be a former Patriot.
Former Patriot.
Who is
correct.
a former Patriot? It's not Mac Jones.
It's not Mac
He's with San Fran
Jones.
still.
It's not Mac Jones.
It's not Stidham. He's in Denver.
Keep going. Come on. Think QB competition.
Zappy.
Bailey Zappi. So Zappi has thrown 5 for 9 tonight. 2 interceptions. But they have scored on 2 of his drives. So there's always that, right? But if you're watching the NFL Network, which thank God Comcast or Xfinity figured that thing out. Every time I'd go to the NFL Network, it'd be like, there's nothing here to watch. And I'm like, what am I going to do? Like, what am I going to do with no red zone? So they finally figured it out, but I was really bothered by it. But now I get to watch 13-10 Jets right now. Connor Basilick on one side and Bailey Zappi on the other. Cade Klubnik as well. He's the former Clemson quarterback. They're going at it. But just what a matchup, though. The Zap Man's back, baby. And they're up 13-10. Jets will receive the ball in the second half. I wish I knew that the Zap Man was playing tonight. Maybe I was caught up in this Red Sox thing. This Red Sox thing is the Jake Bennett has given up a lot of runs in his last 4 starts. And I'm starting to get concerned. Concerned for those that I just sometimes like to talk like Magic Johnson. The Magic 8 Ball. Shake it up, baby. Shake it up. Let Zappy sling, baby. Here we go. Second half. Jets receiving. This is good. We're going to see the Zap Man. Whoa, the Jets got a nice little kick returner there. Who's that guy? I don't know who that is. Pritchett. Never heard of him. All right, well, here we go. Dan is in Worcester. What's up, Dan? Hey, Dan.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
Good. I've had the Drake Bay pizza with the garlic sauce. It's dynamite.
Tell me all about it.
Oh, it was fat. It was juicy. It was great.
Talk dirty.
But my question is, how are the wings in Saugus?
The best there ever have been and ever will be.
My goal is to meet you out there that eat some wings.
Okay. You're in Worcester?
Yes, sir.
I'll be at Pola Park next Saturday. Pola Park.
What time?
I'm doing a card show. I'll be there all day.
Nice. I'll have to shoot down and meet you, but the Drake Bay pizza is definitely worth it.
Okay. Is it better than the Boynton pizza?
10 times better than the Boynton pizza. The cheese in the crust is to die for.
All right. Talk to me about it. Did you eat the back first or the front first?
I ate the back first because I wanted to get the whole cheese stick in the crust.
Yeah. Now, how did you dip it?
You fold it in half and you dip the crust in it in the sauce, and you just pick it up and you eat it.
So, but you still have the pizza end up?
I had the crust end in my mouth first, but I put dipped it in the sauce.
So you didn't rip the crust off first, you just folded it and dipped it?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's brave.
You got to go for it if you're going to go for it.
I do agree with that terminology.
Ripping it kind of messes it up if you think about it, because that's just like eating a breadstick at that point. You want the whole meal. You want the whole deal.
Like my thought was, should I eat the pizza first, then save the crust, and then air fry?
I don't know about that.
And then air fry it later.
Like you take a bite out of the pizza crust first, and then you go into the pizza?
No, you eat all the pizza and then save the pizza crust.
Oh, I see what you're saying. But wouldn't that be like a breadstick or a cheese stick?
But isn't that what you want?
I want the cheese, the pepperoni, and the thick crust all at once.
Man, you really want your cake and eat it too, huh?
Hey, it's a fat kid's delight.
Well, sorry about that. I think I might have to try it, man. And I see.
Yeah. Thank you. I always listen to your show, man. This is awesome. Thank you.
You're the man, dude. Cheers.
Yep. Thanks for all the food advice that you give out.
Well, listen, it's not always great. But you know what I would do? I would get a pizza, I'd fold it, and I'd cheers it with you.
Hey, if I'm around next Saturday and you're at Polo Park, I'll come down and visit you.
I'll be there all day.
All right. Thank you. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you. I don't know, Jake. How would you eat it?
I feel like you still got to eat with the regular front side first, the pizza. Save the best for last.
Maybe you eat the pizza first and then you dip.
Now, are you dipping the cheese part into the sauce?
I'm dipping the whole entire crust in the sauce.
But so not the cheese. You're not going to fold it and then scoop a little bit.
Not putting the pizza in the sauce. Because then I would just drizzle it on the pizza.
So you wouldn't do that either?
I guess we have another option. That was not part of the, it was like, how there's A, B, and C. I had no options.
We have optionality.
That's right. I've heard that before. All right. Wait, so this whole segment that we were doing today about, the only thing we've talked about the game is Borregales. 2 segments on Christian Gonzalez's music selection, and the Drake May pizza.
We spent more time talking about Drake May's pizza than anything else.
No, but not for nothing. Aren't those the 3 biggest stories?
I don't know if the pizza falls in that category with the other 2.
Drake May's got a pizza. That's a big deal.
Joe, I don't know about that.
Who else got a pizza?
Tom Brady. And you have Pizza Hut?
Oh, he's got Pizza Hut now. Ooh. Pizza Hut versus Papa Gino's. Papa Wars? Pizza Wars?
Papa Wars. I like that better.
Papa Wars. All right, we'll go to break. We'll get in or out next. You cool with that? Adley Rutschman's at the plate. I bet him to hit a home run tonight. So I'll tell you what he does next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
What's it gonna be, McFly? Are you in or out?
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5 The Sports Hub. The Make This the Summer event is going on now at 495 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Lowell. Save up to $18,000 on new 1500 Bighorn, Laramie, and limited models. Plus a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Visit 495ram.com.
If you're struggling, getting help shouldn't mean putting your life on hold. At Pillars Health Group, their half-day and full-day outpatient programs are...
All right, back here on the Sports Zone. You should have. I don't know what that music's coming from right now. It's in like my right side of my ear, but you probably hear it normally, right?
You still hear music now?
No, not anymore. It's okay. Did you get that off YouTube?
I did, yes.
I'm going to blame them.
Yeah, it was playing. I just had the instrumental version, so there's no lyrics, but it just stopped.
You know
playing.
what though? The lyrics to that song, dude. You might have to start it over with the lyrics, dude. Because it's almost funny. We were just talking about pizza wars potentially. I do think it would be a good thing maybe if there was a pizza war between Drake May. Because, like, I don't know who the partner would be for Tom Brady. But, like, you could do the pizza and baked goods with the Mays. I mean, can Brady's daughter cook? That'd be cool, right? I think that would be pretty cool. I mean, I love a good pizza war. Can't wait to talk about some things we'll do in or out in a little bit. Seems like a lot of people are interested in this pizza thing, though. So should I take this, Jake? I see it. Kenny is in the car. Hello, Kenny.
Hi, Joe. How are we?
How are you today?
Good. I am driving home from the Brook in New Hampshire. I had to get some bets in, but I want to know what we're betting on tomorrow, and I'm driving through the North Shore, so what should I get for dinner?
Okay, well, Salisbury has the Sylvan Street Grill, which you've been to before, but
I have.
Well, I would go Newburyport. You remind me of somebody that would like the Newburyport area. There's a Michael's Homicide over there. There's a lot of nice places. Is there anywhere in particular? Are you meeting somebody?
No, I'm by myself. I'm dressed up, so I'm going to go get some dinner.
Ooh, okay. You have that moxie to just go out by yourself dressed up?
Oh my God, it's my favorite thing to do in the world. Are you kidding?
Wow.
I love to sit at the bar, get something to eat, and just hang out by myself with. Sometimes I'll have headphones in, sometimes I won't. Depends how many people are there. Okay,
real quick. Have you seen the Drake May pizza?
I heard you talking about it, and I know that he did like a commercial for pizza, but it's his actual pizza.
Well, it's a Papagino's pizza, but it's the one that he created. And it's
okay, what is it?
It's a stuffed crust pizza, regular pizza with pepperoni, but there's a dipping sauce. It's a garlic cheese.
Okay, I'm into this.
Yeah.
I love stuffed crust pizza. I ordered it so much in high school that my local Pizza Hut knew me by first name.
Yeah. So, anyways, there was not a lot of takeaways from last night's game outside of the music that Christian Gonzalez likes, the kicker missing 3 field goals, and the Drake May pizza.
Yeah, and I would say there are way too many people on the local broadcast.
Well, yeah, that one's the two McCourtys and a Zoe.
Well, and they had everybody chiming in, and the coach. Yeah, it was just a lot. Too many cooks in the kitchen.
And Hoyer was there, and then yeah. I was listening to the radio broadcast because I was working on the radio last night.
I listened to Zoe because I love Zoe.
I know you do. So
okay, I'm driving to Newburyport right now. I'm gonna pull in, and wherever I can get a seat, I'll let you know.
Let me know. The Point is a nice place.
I love that place.
Well, there you go. I was going to mention that's a very nice, nice gal at the bar would be a nice place for you to just, be dressed up and have fun.
All right, wherever I get parking, that's where I'm going. Love you, Joe.
Love you. Bye. That was Kenny Middleton.
No, I believe Kenny in the car, Joe.
Okay, I'm sorry. Kenny in the car. Do you ever just get dressed up and go out by yourself?
Never by myself. I mean, when I was in college, I used to go out and get food, walk around.
Do you know where I go by myself?
Sylvan Street Grill.
That and the 99. It just,
I don't want a 50-50 shot.
there's something about the like, I don't know where to go. I'm just going to the 99. And I got friends in the 99s. I got our buddy Smitty out in Billerica.
Yeah, shout out Smitty.
You know, and then I got Oscar up in Linfield. And then I have Chris at the one in Danvers. I think there's another Chris in the Waltham down here. I got to butter him up, though. I don't know what I got to do. Should I bring him a card? Anyways, Leno is in the truck. Leno!
What up, Joe?
Where you been?
I've been.
Is the ice cream still going?
Nah, we're on hold for a little bit.
Dude, it was like the greatest ice cream of all time.
And I will reiterate this, that it was the greatest ice cream of all time.
It really was.
I'll tell you right now that I've had one B in the last week or two.
Ooh, well, would you like to share? Or
I will share that. I will definitely share that because it was that good. It was definitely Cal's Creamery in Reading.
Oh, I've driven by there. There's a Harrow's next to it.
There is a Harrow's next to it.
I call that street Bagel Mile.
That is a great mile to call it because there's a lot of bagels. No, I would just say the blueberry pie mess, whatever they have, and then some brown butter thing. I don't know. It was absolutely fantastic. It's definitely 1B to whatever we were doing, and it is fantastic.
Well, I miss you guys.
I miss you too, Joe. I just wanted to weigh in on this Pizza Hut versus Papa Gino's thing. Obviously, nowadays we go Papa Gino's. This is not a discussion. We go Papa Gino's nowadays, but Pizza Hut back, I don't know, 99 to 03. There is no comparison. There is absolutely no comparison.
Yeah, the personal pan, all you can eat buffet.
Oh my God! You got the all you can eat buffets. You got the salad bar. It was just a completely different thing. But I will tell you that right now, Papa Gino's might be a top 5 pizza in the North Shore. Completely. It has to be.
Where is there a Papa's in the North Shore?
I don't actually know. Actually, I might have just messed that up. It might not be North Shore.
I know there's one on Route 1 in Saugus.
Yeah, that's considered North Shore.
Like,
so
what about your North Shore?
No. You know what? No, they're Greater Boston. Saugus is not considered North Shore. No.
Wait, what?
No. Absolutely not. No, Saugus is not North Shore. No, don't talk to me about this.
Oh, no.
Absolutely
dude.
not.
You know why I'll tell you it's the North Shore?
No, do not tell me why it is.
But you know why? And again, it's only because I'm from Boston. Once you cross that Tobin Bridge over there, bro, it's the North Shore.
No, that's not what considers this, Joe.
Well,
that is not what considers this.
You try getting people from Boston to cross the Tobin Bridge.
If they want to be their own thing, they can be their own thing. But Saugus is definitely not North Shore. There's only about six to seven cities that considered North Shore. You're not Cape Ann. You're not Greater Lawrence.
What about Winthrop?
No. Winthrop is weird and it has nothing to do with North Shore.
What about Revere?
No, absolutely not. They are Greater Boston. They have nothing to do with us.
So Nahant is not?
No, Nahant can be its own thing on the corner. No.
I don't believe that because I used to work for North Shore Radio.
You're not from the North Shore.
I know I'm not. That's why I'm telling you when I worked at North Shore Radio, we had an area that was considered North Shore. And Swampscott was considered it. Marblehead was considered it.
No, absolutely not. Marblehead, cusp.
What the hell?
Marblehead cusp.
It's right next
it doesn't matter. They have their own thing. They have their own thing. That's a cusp thing. I'll tell you right now, it's Peabody, Danvers, Salem, Beverly, Linfield, who am I missing?
But I'm talking like Newburyport, Byfield.
No, they're like, Newburyport. No, definitely not.
Rowley's not. Essex
No,
isn't?
they're all like Tri-Town. They're all like Triton.
You are so wrong.
Nonsense.
So
I'm not wrong.
And you're from
you're
there.
not from here.
You're from there.
You're not from here. You don't know. You're not
I'm crapping on you because you're from there and don't know.
No, because we have to be a certain sect. We cannot have all these people claiming North Shore when North Shore is a pride.
So what I'm going to do
North Shore, best shore.
Listen, Jake here is unbiased. He is from the Middlesex County of Billerica, and he is not from the North Shore. I would like you by soon, Jake. Not now because we're going to do in or out. But I want Jake to determine what's the North Shore and what isn't. All right? You good with that, Leno?
No, I don't know. Probably.
I got fun of him anyways. He's really pissed about that.
Do you think that'd be touching a shore to be considered the North Shore?
I mean, I live in Peabody. It's not really touching a shore. It's North Shore, though.
I think like the North Shore, they're anything in like that northeast corner.
So is Gloucester North Shore?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Why wouldn't it be?
Peabody, Saugus.
Some of the best North Shore beaches going.
Rockport's got to be
Rockport's North Shore. It's connected to damn. Yes.
It's connected to yes.
Bob's in Lawrence. Bob.
Hey, Joe. Hey, I used to be Bob at North Andover. We lived in North Andover for 15 years. Right across from the 99. We could see the 99 out our front window. And we were down the street from Harrison's. Have you ever heard of Harrison's?
Oh, Harrison's roast beef?
All right. Here's the problem. It relates to the last guy I called. Harrison's went out of business 3 years ago. They sold it, and they renamed it the North Shore Eatery. And North Andover is not in the North Shore, dude. We're in the Merrimack Valley.
Yeah, you're in the Merrimack Valley.
And anybody who doesn't know that is crazy. And now, all right, so Patrick's North Shore Eatery was only around for 2 years, and then it sold again. It tried to be Harrison's again, went out again, and now it's Brando's. And you know what they have on the front of Brando's, Joe?
What?
They have a picture of Michael giving Fredo the kiss of death.
Oh.
Like a big picture.
Sleeping with the fishes.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird advertising. I think North Andover is kind of a more conservative town, and I don't know. That's a kind of odd. Don't you think that's a little odd to have the front of your restaurant?
They do.
But yeah, dude.
Interesting.
North Shore is Newburyport, up that area. It's not where we are, man. Not even close.
All right, dude. Appreciate you. I'm supposed to go to the headline here and do. Bruno.
Joe, how you doing, Joe?
Yo.
I don't understand, Joe, what this guy's talking about with the North Shore. I live in Reading. Reading's right outside the city. I'm from the North End originally. I don't understand what he's talking about. I mean, the North Shore is anything north of the city, in my opinion. You don't need to even be on the shore, Joe.
I don't consider Reading North Shore, but I do call it.
No, not really Reading. We're just north of Boston.
Yeah, you're just north of Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how is... At first he said Gloucester's not North Shore.
And I almost lost my mind.
I go, that's as North Shore as you can get. You're right on the water.
You can't go any further. You can't get any further.
Go any further than
You're
that.
going to like Newfoundland after that.
Joe, I got another question for you, though. What's going on with the Red Sox tonight? What do you think's going on with them?
When they get behind by 7 runs, they can't score.
Oh, there's a hit right there. Nope, nothing.
No, sorry. Not a hit. Not a hit. All right, one more. Rob.
Yeah, I wanted to know what county Blackstone was.
Oh, geez. You're like, is that Central Mass?
But what county?
I don't know, man. You tell me.
Worcester County.
I used to play a school called Blackstone Valley.
I literally live right down the street from there right now.
Yeah. Where the hell is this place again?
It's Worcester County. It's like right near the Rhode Island border. It's like as far south in Worcester County as you can get.
Past Dudley?
No, before Dudley. Before Dudley. It's near Bellingham.
Okay, yeah. That's where Skaz is from now.
There you go. So it's like right in that, it's, nobody knows where anything is out here.
All right, thanks, Rob. It's a weird place over there, Jake. You know what? Let's let the headline. I'm sorry, I was late. Remember we were supposed to do in or out last segment, but then I pushed it back. That's why. We get calls from Kenny and Bob and Rob and Bruno and Leno. So interesting names there. All right, let's do it.
From the Town Fair Tire Studio, this is
strong finger all up and go.
This is home of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics. WBZ FM and HD Boston 98.5. The Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
Red Sox trail 8-3 right now. Bottom of the 8th inning in Pittsburgh. Jake Bennett got hit hard. There's the Sox. Well, it's not good. Patriots and the Colts 13-13 tie. Headlines are brought to you by John Sewer and Drain Cleaning. Over 70 trucks on the road because your clogged drain's their emergency. Go to johnsewer.com. I'm Joe Murray.
Boston Talk Sports.
Break me. We all know what, but we won't say what. Yeah, worst take on these airwaves in the last 24 hours.
We may not take a call today.
The Sports. Felger and Maz are just his pregame.
They've been getting wholesale deals for years.
It's Joe Murray on the Sports Hall.
And hers T-bones, and it's like $78. You're like, what the hell? They can get it. It's pricey, bro, and I wonder if this is going to hurt businesses.
I could definitely see it happening.
I will say,
businesses move to the Saturday.
I would do it Saturday, exactly. If I was a business, I'd do it Saturday because on that Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, you still keep maybe you do 50-cent Love Wings, or love potions, like drinks. I don't know. I'm being corny now. But all I'm saying is do it on a Saturday, so on Sunday when people go out, they're not doing the fixed menu stuff.
So what I will say about Valentine's Day, if you're going to move it, this is why I hate Valentine's Day. It's such a made-up holiday. It's just for corporate greed, money. People go to the restaurant. It's just for advertising and to make money for the companies. Because if you can move the holiday, then what's the holiday?
Yeah, but it's like a flowers.
Yeah. Get your wife or girlfriend some nice roses.
Flowers, candy,
that's all you gotta do.
Teddy
Simple.
bears. It's just a way for them to start the year.
Chocolate.
It helps the first quarter sales. And then in the second quarter, they suck.
Nice bounce back from Christmas.
Yeah. Next.
All right, Joe. Field of Dreams game is happening right now in Major League Baseball. Are you in or out on the Field of Dreams?
I like the movie. I like that they're trying to play on the field. The Red Sox are playing there against the Royals. What's the significance? Why the Royals? Who are the Royals bringing out of the grass? No one. That's right. You scared the crap out of me. The Royals got nobody. Well, George Brett, maybe. George Brett.
It should have been like the Yankees, maybe.
Yes. Who would you wheel out of the grass? Is it gonna? Watch it be Mala, Ortiz,
Pedro.
Ooh, yeah. You know who I saw yesterday? Roger Clemens having a catch with his son in a Red Sox uniform.
Having a catch is such a good term, such a good phrase. I love that phrase.
That's from that movie. Oh, Dan Roach is going to love this. You know what, though? Bucket list probably would do it. Like, I went to the Army-Navy game. I'm going to go to Notre Dame this year. Navy. Like, I want to go to those. I wish I went to the World Cup, and I didn't. But bucket list, I'd go. Do I have to go? No. Plus, what the hell's in Iowa? Corn. What else is there to do out there? Nothing.
Do two states share corn? Nebraska and Iowa?
And Indiana. I don't know. You know better about geometry than I do.
Geography.
Geometry. We're still trying to figure out where the North Shore is, bro. Anything else?
All right, next on In and Out. Doc Rivers, Hall of Famer. You in or out on Doc Rivers being a Hall of Famer?
I'm so out on this. It's hard, though, right? He's got a lot of wins. He's won a championship. But should he go in for having the most blown Game 7 losses in history or being up 3-0 in a series? Like, 2008 really was Hall of Fame worthy. But that 1 year, he's not there if it's not from... How about this? Doc Rivers, not there if it's not for Boston.
1,000%. That was really his most successful stint and the only place where he is in the history books for the good reasons.
And maybe in the end, like, he was a family man. He wanted to watch his kid play in college and would travel from Orlando and Boston to go see his kid at Duke. Fine. He should retire, though. Won't coach anymore.
All right, Joe. Last one here. Apple is rumored to be releasing a foldable iPhone called the iPhone Ultra.
Saw this.
Are you in or out on a foldable iPhone?
Ooh. I like the idea of one. But what if the fold has an issue? What if it doesn't work before? Like, you know how people just know iPhones? They just like, oh, hey, reset your phone and do this, and then it works. How are you going to fix something that's open close?
Well, you just reset it if it freezes.
But what if it's like a thing? Then you got to buy a warranty.
Well, I have a warranty on my Apple device.
I'm just bringing up, what if you spill hot honey on it from your waffles?
You go to Apple with your warranty and say, I accidentally spilled hot honey on this.
And they'll just
Please
fix
this. Yeah.
All right, then. That's not so bad. So I guess if you have the warranty, I'm in. How much is that phone?
Not officially announced yet, but rumored to be $2,000.
I was going to say $1,000 at least.
That's the baseline.
Wait,
phone.
would you pay $2,000 for a phone?
I definitely would. Foldable phone. I really considered getting this, but then I read that the zoom lens isn't on the iPhone Ultra. And as someone who goes to games and sits way up high on level 9 at the Garden, I want the zoom to be able to get what's happening in the court. So I probably will not be getting this phone. But I need a new phone. I got the iPhone 13. I like an upgrade. My charging port doesn't work.
That happens to me every once in a while. All right. We got John Serenides. We're going to give him a call. He's calling in tonight. I don't know where he is. And he'll have an announcement for us on where a big-time recruit will be going to college next year. I'm not sure if you heard about this. So, Jake, you'll be the first. All right. John Serenides, New England Football Journal, next on the Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
one point, I didn't think it was one issue.
Well, I think for me, I liked it because the attitude that people have towards preseason games is that they're throwaways. Then who cares what you do in a preseason game? It's what happens in the regular season that counts. But here's the problem. From a coaching perspective, and I've been there with scrimmages, if you develop bad habits in scrimmages or preseason games, those habits will carry over. And we take for granted just how meticulous a game of football is. It's not as free-flowing as these other sports. Football is all about attention to detail and execution. And if you're not paying attention to detail in your first preseason game and you're not executing, well, there's no guarantee that some of those bad habits, those bad in-game habits, won't carry over to practice in your next game. So I like the fact that in a lot of ways he treated this like a regular season game in terms of how he reacted to the media after the game yesterday. Because let's face it, between the penalties, the missed kicks, the lack of execution, he should be pissed. I thought that their performance was piss poor. Yes, they should have won the game, but they missed on a lot of things, Joe, that you should be executing on now. You're far along enough in the preseason process that Tommy DeVito can't be missing guys open on out cuts and dig routes. Conversely, Matt Collins can't be dropping a couple of those balls that he dropped. Borgales can't be missing kicks. You can't have linemen down the field. So I think that there was a lot for Vrabel and his coaching staff to take away from this game last night. And in a lot of ways, the only other thing that would have been better is if they had won and played poorly, because now you win the game, but now you also have plenty that you can point out to them in film today and you can work on with them.
I thought it was a bad game, so I'm glad to hear that there was a lot of stuff that they did that wasn't great. That's why I'm not really joking when I tell you the three things were the Drake made pizza and the kickers but I mean it wasn't great. One thing I thought that was interesting with DeVito, he's so great with his legs. Did they want him to stay in the pocket? Like there were just things yesterday that I almost wondered if there was ever any intention or just to go out there and kind of shake some cobwebs off. I didn't really see any scheme whatsoever on either side, really.
I think offensively, I think the goal was to get Jam Miller some touches, run the football, get the offensive line lathered up, get them getting off the ball and getting into blocks. I think that was the goal early on. As far as their passing game, look, this time of year, a lot of it is your base passing game, the double out cuts, which you saw on that opening possession yesterday, the high-low middle reads, the fade balls, the comebacks. It's the stuff that's basic, that's in your base install that you're running. So there wasn't a lot there from a passing game perspective. It was very vanilla, which, again, I think we have to realize they don't game plan for these games. They really don't. They're basically repping their install and where they're at that point in their install. So I think, look, there's still a lot you could take away from that, though, right? Like I said, DeVito missed some open throws here. He went 13 of 22. Yeah, he had the touchdown pass, but I don't exactly think you walked away from that preseason game going, yep, he's the backup. I'd feel good if he had to play 2 or 4 games this season. I walked away from it going, if he has to play potentially more than 2 games from them, they're screwed. So he needs a lot of work. The timing of the offense, I think, was off. The defense played well, but it's also misleading because the 4 turnovers, I thought, were a little misleading. I mean, the goal line fumble was questionable at best. You had the deflected ball on the first turnover. So, again, there was things there that were good, but there were a lot that they need to clean up.
John Saranides joining us from New England Football Journal. Did anyone stand out to you? I guess I'll start with Akis and Lomu. What I didn't like from Akis was, you know those DNs that kind of do like a bull rush, but kind of follow where the center guard is. He got bit on that on an RPO, which I hated. But I did see a nice rush from him later. Lomu, I didn't. I thought he was just fine. So you were there. Tell me what you saw.
Well, the thing with Akis is, I think, look, he's very raw. You see it, right? He's got a lot of physical traits that you like. He's heavy-handed. He's strong. He's a guy that can bull, dip, and rip. He's got to do a better job of separating on blocks as a pass rusher. you saw some of the natural tools that he has that you like about him, but then he also was a little out of control that first series he played where his head was on a swivel. And I think a lot of that is he's behind in terms of the install. He wasn't here all spring. He didn't participate in rookie minicamp. He didn't participate in minicamp. So he has a lot of catching up to do, and it showed early. There were also flashes there where you saw some nice things. And I know Vrabel called them out in terms of kickoff coverage, but I do think that once he gets more comfortable and more acclimated to the scheme, you're going to really see those physical traits pop. Look, if people are expecting this guy to be some 13, 14, 15 sack a year guy, that's not what he is. I mean, at best, he's an 8.5, 9, 10 sack guy because he's not a guy that's going to win on get off and speed. He's a guy that's going to win on speed to power. He's a transition pass rusher, not a pure pass rusher. So he's going to have to win with his hands and be good fundamentally. As far as Lomu is concerned, I like what I saw from him in pass pro. As a run blocker, Joe, he still needs to play with better pad level. He needs to drop his hips. He needs to be a better bender, and he needs to not only fit into run blocks, but he needs to sustain that fit. I didn't see that enough out of him last night. I'll tell you one thing, though. I thought Demetrius Crownover really popped to me at left tackle, and it gave me hope that he could potentially develop into a guy that can play either tackle as a swing guy. I thought he had a nice second half last night when he played.
That's good to know on that one. Anything else stand out for you yesterday? I know. Did Jam Miller look okay? Anything else?
Yeah, I think Jam Miller is a guy that can be a nice third back. I don't think that he does anything exceptional, but he's a guy that's consistent. He's a guy that's going to move the chains. He runs with pretty good vision, so he's a guy that can stick his foot in the ground and cut it, or he's a guy that can stick his foot in the ground and bounce it outside and gain some yards for you. You saw that last night. So I liked what I saw out of him. Look, I think defensively, Karan Prunty's been impressive both in training camp, and I thought he looked pretty good last night as well. He's a guy that is further along in his development than I thought, given the amount of times he moved around in college. And Eli Raridon was really good on Tuesday during the joint practice. I thought he was one of the Patriots' best players. And although he only had one catch yesterday, one was negated because of a penalty, I liked what I saw out of him as a route runner and his ability to separate away from defenders, especially in those backside drag routes and crossing routes.
All right, John, there was an announcement from the St. John's Prep quarterback on where he's going. What were your thoughts on his decision?
It's not a surprise. I know that Ohio State has been the front runner now for a while with Chris. Ryan Day really developed a relationship with him, and I think that relationship mattered to Chris. I actually saw Chris tonight at a media event for the high school football season, and just talking to some people there tonight, I think that Chris is very happy with his decision. I think he's going to be well compensated. They're trying to work through that and figure that out right now in terms of NIL. But Chris has always been an athlete that's been upfront and honest with us in the media. And like he told me after the fact, it was really about the relationship. He built a strong relationship with Ryan Day, the coaching staff there. And I think being coached and trained by Brian St. Pierre, a coach who's been there as a recruit, who's been there as a college quarterback, who's been there as a longtime NFL quarterback, really helped Chris in this process. And ultimately, Ohio State was one of the favorites from the beginning. They invested the most in him in terms of his recruitment, and it paid off for them as they landed his commitment. But a lot of it was the relationship he had forged with Ryan Day.
I don't want to say I was shocked to hear Ohio State. I just didn't know. I mean, I watched him. I just didn't realize he was that kind of prospect.
Well, I mean, again, when you look at who was recruiting him and he had 20 offers, I mean, you're talking about Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan. Those were among the schools that had extended offers. So Boston College and UConn would be included in that as well. So LSU, Auburn. So he was that type of prospect. And look, I think it speaks to the quarterback development in New England. Okay, we've had some unbelievable quarterback talent, particularly in these next two classes, 27 and 28, with Peter Bork at Tabor, Will Wood at Zavarian, and now with Chris Vargas at St. John's Prep, it speaks to the amount of quarterbacks that we're developing in New England, specifically in Massachusetts. And now you're starting to see that development bear fruit with these guys being FBS caliber quarterbacks.
I love the high school scene. It's different. It's changed. So that's why, maybe that's why they do it, to keep it interesting, the changes. But I am always thrilled by it. And I know you're in the trenches of it all. It's just, it is different from the old days, man. In the last 25 years, it's been completely changed.
It has completely changed. And look, we've always developed high-end talent here. I think that does get lost on people at times. People forget Matt Rogers, Todd Collins, all these guys played here. You go back even to the late 90s, early 80s, Rudy Harris, Darnell Campbell, Greg McMurtry. These guys all played here. And I'm not even mentioning other guys. So New England has always developed talent, specifically Massachusetts. But now I think with social media and with kids putting themselves out there more in the recruiting process, I think you're getting more national recognition now, and people know more about it.
All right, John. Trying to think of anything else that we could talk about.
The floor is yours, my friend. You bring up the topic, and I'll talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm currently looking at, by the way, I don't think I've ever told you I'm a big script hat fan. You know the old school script hat?
Yeah.
With, like, the small font for the city and then the script for the team name. Yep. I just purchased a thick, now mind you, I was born in Milwaukee, so I just purchased a thick green Milwaukee Bucks script hat with the old school Buck logo on the side, all green. Huge fan of the script hats. So there you go. I thought I'd put that out there.
Who does that logo remind you of? Like what?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
No, it reminds me of Vin Baker.
Now, why does it remind you of Vin Baker? Because the logo looks like Vin Baker? Or because when he played there?
A little bit, probably both. But when you say that logo to me, the first thing I see is Vin Baker.
See, it's interesting because I'm 51, and that logo brings me back to when I was a kid in the 80s, when the Bucks were really good, when the late, great Don Nelson, he just passed away, when Nelly was their coach, and they had Sidney Moncrief, Terry Cummings, Paul Pressey, Jack Sikma. It brings me back to those Bucks teams that battled the Celtics or Bucks. They met a bunch in the playoffs. And they've always been my two favorite teams, the Celtics and the Bucks. So had to add it to my script hat collection, Joe, in case people out there cared enough about my script hat collection.
I feel like Milwaukee and Felger and now you know, it's like we have to hear about it. So it's like they're like the third team that we always have to hear about. You know, like we're always wondering what the Yankees are doing, or, you know, it's one of those teams. But then now we hear about the Bucks and the Brewers way too much.
Well, here's the thing. If Felger were a hat guy, I'd send you a picture of the hat so he can add it to his collection. Yeah. But I'm going to go on a limb and say Felger's not a hat guy.
Not a hat guy. I would say so. Anything to look for? Do you even want to talk about Christian Gonzalez? Do you think he'll be at joints next week?
I think he will be. I'd be surprised if he played in the game. I'm not quite sure I buy the ankle injury angle. But Tom Curran comes out and talked about this last week, about the fact that he wants to be overpaid so that his contract is still, if not the top contract in the market, and still setting the market, one of the three top contracts. I think there is a little bit of gamemanship there. When he met with us last week in camp, he talked about the fact that he's not involved in that process, that he's allowing his team to handle it. But I definitely think there's some gamesmanship there with him and the Patriots. And I suspect that we might see him at the joint practices, at least one of them. But I still don't see him playing next Saturday night. I think he'll be held out. And I think it's partly his choice.
All right, John. I appreciate your time tonight. Go enjoy the rest of your Friday and your weekend, and we will talk soon.
All right, brother. Sounds good. Looking forward to talking to you next time, and have a good weekend.
You got it. He's John Serenides, everybody. And I love to get the high school rundowns from him. Yes, Chris Vargas of St. John's Prep's going to Ohio State, Jake. Not sure if you heard of that, but a local boy is going to be a member of the U. Ohio U. The Ohio U. The O. Sorry, the O, the U. Let's find out what happened with the Red Sox. We'll do that next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines.
Oh, the Red Sox lost. They've now lost 5 of their last 6. And that would be 8-4 tonight. They lost. Jake Bennett got the start. Their bullpen got racked again. They gave up Holmes. They'll play again tomorrow. Sonny Gray will look for one of those sunny days. And while the Patriots get back to practice tomorrow after their preseason game, and Kevin Garnett's number 21 will be retired this year by the Minnesota Timberwolves when they play the Celtics February 28th. And Doc Rivers going into the NBA Hall of Fame. Headlines, they are brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Don't put off losing weight this summer. Reach your goal during the easiest season for weight loss. Awaken 180, the official weight loss program of summer. I'm Joe Murray.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. On the way on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
It's Beetle from iRam Dealer, 495 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Lowell. Right now, during the Make This the Summer sales event, save up to $18,000 on
It's Eddie Money, the Money Man. Gobble, gobble. Eddie Money. I feel like I haven't done that a lot. Fred's good at that. I'll let Fred do that going forward. It's all that reminded me of, though. I heard Eddie Money, and that's all I could think of was, it's Eddie Money. It's Thanksgiving. What's in your fixins? The Red Sox lost, everybody, and I'm laughing about it. Why? Well, they lost 8-4 tonight. Jake Bennett, now 7-6, did not go 5 innings for the first time this year. Lou Merlone said that. 4 earned. He does have 6 strikeouts. Like he still can do that. But I'm starting to see some issues when it comes to Jake Bennett, and I was holding off to do it today, and then now I have to unleash the beast. I have to unleash the beast. Jake Bennett, first 3 starts last year. 9 earned runs, 15 innings. His next 6 starts, 5 earned, 38 innings. Last 4 starts entering tonight, 13 earned runs and 23 innings. Tonight, it's allowed 4 earned, 4 innings pitches on 82 pitches. His career high is 92. So, going back now to update all this, Jake Bennett, this year's first 3 starts, 9 earned in 15 innings. He had a 5.28 ERA. His next 6 starts, 5 earned, 38 innings, 1.17 ERA. So you're following it here. The first 3 starts, he struggled. The next 6 starts, he had a 1.17 ERA. Then his next 5 starts, he's given up 17 earned runs in 27 innings, and his ERA is 5.67. That's not good. Oh, yeah, 5.67. There we go. Jake Bennett's fallen off a cliff. He still has good stuff, but now that there's a report out on him, or when he goes through a team the second time in the lineup instead of the third, he's struggling. That from the Joe Murray research team, everybody. They sent that over to me, so thank you for that. What else can we look at in the box score? Oh, Giovanni Moran, whatever his name is. 3 earned runs, not cool. What was the batting lineup tonight? Sogard led off and had 2 hits. Yoshida had 2 hits. Adley Rutschman. You know him, right? You heard of him before, Jake? Adley? We were coming up with a nickname for him. Adley, Daddy?
Yeah, what you come up with?
Ooh, excuse me. Was that a burp or was that a hiccup? Did you hear that?
I did hear it, Joe, yes. I'm not sure what that was.
Tonight he had 5 at-bats, 3 strikeouts. Not good. Wilson Contreras, 1 hit, 3 at-bats, thrown out twice on the field. He did have a walk. Thank you. Wilyer Abreu, 1 hit tonight. Durbin, no hits. Duran got a hit. He's batting .202. Hey, him and Street Team Joe getting close. They can't hit, dude. They had 4 runs tonight, though. Did you replay what I just did? Play it. I want to hear it. We were coming up with a nickname for him. Adley, Daddy?
Yeah, what you come up with?
Ooh. That's a burp. I think that's a burp.
Yeah, what you come up with?
It sounds like water going through a pipe. One more time.
Come up with.
It sounds like if you had a snorkel, right? And you blew out of the snorkel in the water. What sounds worse, that or Zoe's throw up? Mine was at least a burp. Oh, man. I needed a laugh. Oh. It actually sounds like chugging water, doesn't it? I need a good laugh, man. I need a good laugh. Hey, this hour of the Sports Hub has been brought to you by our good friends over at somebody. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You can save 15% off an extra through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. One last thing on the Red Sox. Actually, I'll take this next call. We'll take it a little late here, Jake. What's it called? Sonny Gray goes tomorrow. He's been an ace stopper. Now, he lost the last game, but only gave up 2 runs. They had no hit. They had no runs. So I do think that Sonny Gray has been an ace stopper. You win tomorrow, you get Skeens on Sunday. So don't freak out, man. Like you think you're going to do. Justin, how we doing, buddy?
Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Thanks,
buddy. I just wanted to talk about Andy Borregales. I was listening to the game last night on the Sports House, and I heard Bob Stosey as detected as I've heard him in a long time as far as the missed kick at the end. And I think that does warrant an opportunity for another kicker to come in when we get to regular season play. And also, I want to send my condolences to everybody at the station for the loss of Ken Connolly. I know you guys have been close, and I know he's a Patriots fan. I just wanted to send my condolences to you guys and everybody at the Sports Hub. I love you guys.
Appreciate that, Justin, and we love you too, man. I was going to wait a little bit. I wanted to do the show tonight. By the way, I haven't been on my game. Jake, it's just been me and you tonight, dude. It hasn't been great. It's not my best work. We like to have fun, right? But sometimes real life takes over, man. And we've made it to the last hour at least. So why don't we get into that on the other side here? Yeah, we had some news today that kind of shook everybody here, and we'll share it with you coming up next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Looking for a great deal on a stylish SUV? The Mazda CX-5 is the SUV deal you've been waiting for. And now during the Mazda More to Move You sales event at 495 Mazda in Lowell, you can lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-5 2.5S for just $219 a month for 36 months with $54.19 due at signing. Visit 495Mazda.com. Commuting to Quonset? Brad Ripta's Quonset Express and skip gas, parking, and traffic. Save money and put it towards something better, like a day at the ballpark. QX riders can enter to win tickets to see Boston's baseball team. Just visit the Sports Hub website and enter using the email or Wave account linked to your rides.
Builders, remodelers, and homeowners, listen up. Partner with one of the most trusted, independently owned lumberyards and showrooms around, Cape Cod Lumber and CCL Homescapes. Visit CCL's newly renovated kitchen showroom and get inspired as soon as you walk through the door. Explore the latest trends from the most reliable kitchen cabinet manufacturers in the industry. Check out dozens of color combinations and popular styles in our refreshed showroom in Abington. Visit us online at cclco.com or in person at CCL Homescapes in Abington. CCL, 100% employee-owned and operated.
Looking for Boston's best gig deal? Get a Sound Gig Wi-Fi for just $30 a month for 12 months, plus a $200 gift card when you sign up today. Fast, reliable internet, and incredible value. Choosing Astound is one decision you'll get right. Go to astound.com to get gig Wi-Fi for only $30 a month for
all sorts on stuff in the world unrelated to sports. So sit back, relax, and get your mind in the game and listen to the words of a grown man complaining.
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Daily Musings is a time where we laugh. We talk about all sorts of things that are sophomoric. And I think the last time that I spoke about someone who passed who I loved was Eddie Andelman, which was probably about a month or so ago. But today we woke up to the news that we lost our colleague, Jeremy Conley. For those that have listened to the night show here at the Sports Hub celebrated its birthday yesterday. 2009, the Sports Hub started. I was not an original hire of the Sports Hub when it launched, but I was hired in 2011. And also hired in 2011 was Jeremy Conley. Many would know him as the Jeremy Conley. Since the Sports Hub has started, there have been 3 night hosts, Damon Amendolara, Adam Jones, and myself. During that time, there have been 4 executive producers, Chris Curtis, Josh Deering, Jeremy Conley, and James Scaramuzzino. And it is kind of interesting when you think about the landscape and radio and television. That was a tree. That was a real tree. And when I was hired just over 3 years ago to be the night host, my producer was Jeremy Conley. And I loved working with Jeremy. Last night was my 7th year doing Patriots postgame. And the executive producer of the Patriots, Jeremy Conley. And I sent him a text. And I said, hey, man, it's not going to be the same without you. We knew he was out. He was dealing with something. Little did we know that it took a turn. And we were keeping in touch with him. And the issue was we couldn't get in touch with him. And I won't share too much because a lot of people are still finding out about it. But yeah, myself, Skaz, who's not here tonight, I think Skaz would probably tell you he learned everything from Jeremy. It's tough. It's tough, and I know Jake. You've been here for now a couple of years, and you've had experienced your time with Jeremy as well. And I know when someone passes, like it's too soon. What do you say? But I don't have a bad word to say about the kid. I want to honor what he did because he loved this place. I mean, Jeremy wasn't married. He didn't have kids. He was here. When he wasn't here, he was texting us and listening to the show. His blood, sweat, and tears literally went into this night show and went into the Patriots broadcast. He worked all those Bruins games at night when we leave, and he's doing Vancouver and Calgary all in a row. Quite frankly, he was like the standard producer at the station. He probably worked with everybody. I'm floored. I'm absolutely devastated. So I actually really don't know what to say right now besides positive things, because that's all there was to say about Jeremy. I'm sad. And I'm sure. I think Skaz is going to be in on Sunday with Matt. I know Matt commented on it earlier today as well. So I just haven't had a chance to, and I really haven't really processed everything yet. It's been a long day. I haven't been right today. I'm having fun with you, Jake, but talking about Drake made pizza probably has been the best part of my day. So there's a lot I can say about Jeremy, but I know that, it's funny. You and I were talking about some things he left you with, right? Or just maybe not to get real morbid here, but you might have been the last person he worked with at the station. Yeah. Feel free to share any stories, man. I'm just, I want to just remember Jeremy as being just the best, man.
He was the absolute best. He was a pro's pro. If that's, what we say in this business. And I think the one thing I can say about Jeremy is that whenever I worked a game or did a show, whatever the case may be, just saw him in the hallways, I knew whatever we were doing, we were going to be okay because he was here.
Yeah.
If someone went off the rails, we lost connection, we had a catastrophic failure, I knew we were going to be okay because Jeremy Conley was here. And I think that's the biggest compliment you can give to a producer.
Yeah, and I think what people don't know, an executive producer is someone that, for example, with the Patriots, and I know Capello helps out too, but we're on networks. Like we're on, Maine and New Hampshire and other places. They have to work with those affiliates to get those deals done. Like they got to make sure that, they're hearing from those people when we're not on time and hitting the clock and all that stuff. It's a big, big responsibility. Jeremy took over for Howie Sylvester, who retired. Howie's just a legend in the business, There's big shoes to fill, and he filled it, man. I talked to Jeremy a couple of weeks ago. We talked, he said, told me about it, what he was going through, and I just said, hey, man, we're here for you. And I know myself, Skaz, I know, our old friends here, Jones and Keefe and those guys, we were all keeping in touch with Jeremy, and we love him. It's, I could go on and on about how much he loved Marvel and the Family Guy and the Simpsons and how we used to do Last of Us segments every night here, every week. There was nobody that was a pro, but at the same time could give you the middle finger and laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people at the station give me crap about my clock. Jeremy wouldn't allow me to, like right now it'd be 14. We got to break at 15. Jeremy would be on my ass. I miss him, man. I miss him already. He's so funny, dude. Where I'm in here today and we're doing the in or out bit, and who's the one who came up with the music for in or out? It's Jeremy. He had the Incubus Are You In? He loved just thinking about it. There were certain bands that Queens of the Stone Age he loved. I went to a Pearl Jam concert with him and heard the song Jeremy. It was wild. When he needed a car, I helped him get a car. Mistakes was a segment that we tried early on, and did he find the mistakes, the Joe Murray mistakes. It was legendary. We would do bits all the time, and if I screwed up, he found it. Even when he wasn't here, he was calling in and texting in to us. So I'm sorry to talk about my relationship with Jeremy, but I think about guys like Kevin Majore, who, him and they do the broadcast together for every Patriots game. Like yesterday, myself, Dondero, Kevin, and it was a mix of Stenberg and Skaz yesterday. But like we're here the entire game. We're all together, man. We're functioning together, working together. It's been a tough day. And yesterday, without Jeremy, what's going on? Like you heard from him. So we got the news this morning. It got announced, and I felt bad for a lot of people, man. We all loved him. It's tough, man. It's tough, dude. I don't know. He's not. I mean, whoever replaced, I don't. How do you replace that guy now? I don't even know if we got to that point yet. I'm rambling because I'm still shocked about this. But I just think of things I've done with Jeremy, and literally, my 15 years at the Sports Hub, I've worked with Jeremy. And when you think about people's journeys in radio, you start on the street team. You go to events and you hand out flyers. He did that. He wanted to help out. He did overnights. I talked to Dan Lifshatz earlier today. I think Jeremy trained Dan to do everything. Because what you do is once you stop working the midnight shifts, the overnights, sometimes you get a shift during the day, or you might get a shift on a weekend. And Jeremy did weekends. He did nights. He'd fill in wherever he had to. But I think his biggest role, man, I remember leaving here and he'd still be here doing Bruins games at night, dude. He would go to the Garden for every game. I'm rambling right now, but it's been hard, man. And the guys in the building, I've been cool, hey, talk to him. A lot of people are shocked. They didn't know what was going on. And, it's summertime, Jake. So like I said, I think the last time we saw him, he was here the weekend of July 4th. So I think it's shocked. I think we're all just shocked, man. So I'm sure Skaz will talk. It's funny. I'm in this room here. When you're in the production room, it's you're with that guy's your guy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's your guy. The guys that are back there have a different relationship than what's going on in here. You know, it's sad, man. I talked to Josh Deering earlier for a little bit today, and sad, man. I'm really this one hurts, dude. So, anyways, anything else to add on that?
I just think that a lot of what Jeremy did, like, help train people and help them out. He was always there to help people. I think that's how you should be remembered, is that he was the ultimate helper. And whether it was doing a game, I could text him and be like, hey, how do I do this? Or on talk back if he was working it with me. It was always just, he was there to help out and be a good person.
Yeah.
Definitely going to be missed.
I talked with Jim Louth this morning, and we talked about it. And I guess I never even really kind of said to Jim, hey, my condolences to you, man. He just kind of wanted, he's being the boss, and I was his guy too, just doing a lot of stuff. It's weird, man. Someone not being there that you worked with all the time, and it's unfortunate. So I wish I had better things to say right now. I'm just still floored by it, man. It's crazy. But I'll share a couple of good stories, though. That Jeremy, he had a car, a Ford. that the door wouldn't open on one side, and I kept telling him, man, when you gotta get rid of this car, man? Like, what are we gonna do? And one day, I'm gonna get the car, Joe. I'm gonna get the car. And he finally did, and dude, it was all the bells and whistles, the moonroof. And I was like, wow, you went from a dude that one of your doors didn't even open to this awesome car, man. I just remember the day he got that. He was so pumped about it. And we've gotten into a lot of arguments, too, about random stuff. I should probably mention, too, is we don't do the Dong Report at night. But during its heyday, the curator was Jeremy Conley. So if you heard the Dong Report, which was the home runs of the day, homers, baby, homers, but not just homers, dongs. Oh, yeah, Jeremy. He put that thing together. He put all the clips together. Every single night while producing a show, had the Dong Report ready. He set us up to use our talent to make it a great bit. That was him. There's a lot of probably just other things I'm missing right now. But just wanted to give some messages to Jeremy, just a great message about Jeremy, and we love him, and I know Skaz. One good moment is we went to Pearl Jam at Fenway Park, and if you play it for us here. But
coming up on the Sports Hub.
Grow your success, not
button by any means. And you got 5-game lead in the playoff. You got that big winning streak, so you could have a little bit of a lead. But are the Red Sox panicking now? Because Trevor Story begins a rehab assignment on Sunday, and it looks like Roman Anthony may be starting a rehab assignment after the weekend. So reinforcements are on the way. The Trevor Story one, I know some people don't love it. It doesn't help their defensive problems. I think they believe in this guy more than we do. But he had a hernia. He played through it. He wasn't a leader, I'll say that, but I'm willing to try it. But may I just give you some stats quickly here? Because I don't think this is talked about enough. And I see you guys lined up on the phones at 617-779-0985. I know some people want to pay tribute to Jeremy, so we'll do that in a minute here. Just wanted to bring this up, though. Franklin Arias right now is crushing the ball. And I was reading from Bradfo earlier this week. Could Arias offer the same sort of jumper cables another 20-year-old did 13 years earlier? That was Xander Bogaerts. At this rate, such a maneuver might be worth it. I agree. Franklin Arias is crushing it in the minors. And why don't you try to jump on guys who can hit now because you need the help now? One other name I'll throw out there. I don't know where he plays, what you do with him, but you signed him. Not my problem. Christian Campbell, his last 24 games in Worcester, he's batting .385 with 3 home runs and 17 RBI. He's also walked 17 times. He has 4 doubles and a homer his last 5 games. He's looked better in July. Is he starting to take off? Is it worth bringing him up? My only thing is I don't know where Campbell plays. Is it left? Is it D? I don't know where he plays. For Story, though, he is coming back to play shortstop. Could he play second base, too? I think Story's bat, you might not be able to walk away from considering Monasterio, Sogard, etc. So, the Red Sox lose again tonight. I'm not ready to hit the panic button. All I wanted to say is there's what's it called? There are reserves on the way. Reinforcements are on the way. All right. Let's take a couple of calls. I know I just talked about the loss of Jeremy Conley, and I know some people want to talk about it. Our old producer Mason's on the line. Hey, Mason.
Hey, Joe. Beautiful statement last segment. I don't know exactly what to say, but I felt the urge to say something, to call in, just say, I was a producer with you guys for a little bit, about 5 years, and Jeremy was definitely, I think, the guy I worked with most there. And you had mentioned it during your statement there about the most professional, super talented producer, but could give you the middle finger and laugh. That boisterous laugh that he had, just infectious. When there was a time that my particular time there, Jones and Arcan, Jeremy, and I kind of considered myself part of that group there. I think at one point I was there like at least 3 of the days of the week as the second producer, and that was like my second family right there. And working with Jeremy side by side 3 nights of the week till midnight, just talking about everything. This time of the week, Friday at the very end of the week, was Area 98.5, if you remember that. Yep. A short amount of time with Hall of Fame caller Ryan and Weymouth would call in. And I remember Jeremy would just send me a text from time to time, just, he's on.
Yeah, it's like a bat. It was a bat signal.
It really was. So,
no, I know it's really sad, Mason. You know, I've heard from a lot of people today. I heard from a lot of people today, bro. I heard, I talked to Kristen earlier today. I talked to Sean Silver earlier today. I talked to Josh Deering earlier today. Everyone loved. This isn't a hey, you should remember people when they pass, but I think Jeremy was someone that you remember because he helped you, right? He's a part of your growth or your process here, and especially with you, he's you in the other chair, he's probably telling you how to do things. So when he's not there, you know how to do it.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, I won't beat too much time, but you had mentioned it too. Like, I don't know how it is now at the sports hub. It might be the same, but when you start as a producer, you do the midnight shift, and maybe you can get like a game, a broadcast game on the weekend, and then the night show was kind of your entry into doing a live show. And Jeremy was by your side. So the producers that came in, Jake had mentioned it earlier, like, you learned so much from that guy. Like, he wasn't just another guy. He helped. He was a pillar. He was a Mount Rushmore producer. There's no, hyperbole to that. Just incredible guy, incredible worker, and he'll be truly missed.
Yeah. Sorry you had to hear the dude. A lot of people might not have known what was going on with him, and I know he kept it kind of private, dude, and a lot of people were just shocked today, and I'm sure you were one of them, man, and I'm sorry you had to find out, I'm sure, publicly, right?
I'm sorry for you, man. I'm gutted for you guys. I mean, if anything came out of this, like you had mentioned, it's like I got to keep in touch with the guys I used to work with, and it's kind of like a reminder to everyone. Once you, whatever, check on your people from time to time. And
hey Mason, when times get tough, I like to make things funny. Do you remember this moment from the night show produced by Jeremy Conley?
Hey Mason, it's Joe. I will miss you. I will miss the fake dong report that we did one summer over the All-Star break. I will never forget the time that we wanted to create a new Joe Show open. So we took Marilyn Manson's Dope Show and made it Joe Show, and you became Marilyn Mason. I always thought that was pretty cool. And I will forever and always mention you on the air as my man, Mason Souza. I'll miss you, bro. Straight cash, homie.
I'm sorry, Jeremy had to roll you out of bed at 3 a.m. to cut that promo.
It's still in the system, baby.
I love it. Dude, so many drops that will live in infamy. Oh my God.
You do remember that dong report we tried. What was that, the All-Star break?
Course.
What was that?
We put them like every single I don't know.
We just used every clip we had, I think, that night.
Every scream, layered them together. Yeah, that was some good times, man.
Good hearing from you, man. Appreciate you calling in, bud.
You as well. Take care, man.
All right. Jeff Williams, sir, how are you?
Joe, how we doing, buddy?
Jeff, I found a photo of you, me, Sean Silver, Jeremy, and Howie together today.
Oh, was that at Howie's retirement party?
Yeah, I'll text it to you.
All right, awesome. I appreciate getting that, man. I just realized that, Jeremy was very private and everything, but we never really got many pitches together or anything, so I would appreciate that.
Yeah.
But, just getting out of the garden now from SmackDown, and it was nice to have something to kind of get my mind off of things. I've been in shock and just numbed for like the past 12 or so hours,
Yeah.
Well, hey, Jeremy,
I was going to say, I don't think people understand that, when you worked here, you worked at night with Jeremy and he taught you everything.
Yeah, no, with my situation, with my job and everything, I could only do overnights or the night show. So I worked with Jeremy all the time, and I honestly cannot think of a time ever working with Jeremy where I was frustrated with him or he was frustrated with me. We got along so well and we worked together. It's tough to put it into words, but we definitely had a connection at work together, and we got along so well, and we knew exactly what the other one was thinking when it came to Bruins games. We always nothing ever fell apart. Everything always came together, and he's going to be missed more ways than anyone will know.
Absolutely, man. How was the garden tonight?
It was a very solemn crowd, actually. It was very weird. They set the whole garden up very differently now, and I don't know. TKO is they're not doing a very good job at promoting these shows.
All right, man. Well, I just sent you that text. Appreciate you calling.
Appreciate that,
man,
Joe.
And appreciate you sharing it. And we all, it's so funny. Every photo I have of Jeremy is him giving me the middle finger. Well, like that was him.
Like giving the finger. Yep, it's 100% that was him.
That was. And you know what's so funny? I'm being corny right now, but obviously we did Patriots games for 7 years together, and he hated anything that went into overtime. Or
oh God! Yeah, Bruins games the same. Yeah. He would lose his mind.
So last night, 13-13 tie, and the broadcast and the broadcast ends, and he's not there.
Oh man, I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him a lot.
Thanks, Jeff. I'll talk to you, buddy.
All right, buddy. Take it easy, man.
All right, man. Again, when things get a little uncomfortable, Jake, I gotta bring up laughter every once in a while. All right, I'm human. Do you
remember how many Bruins games went to overtime this year?
Yes, lots of them. And there's
almost every single one.
But dude, they'd be up 3-0. You'd be like, "Don't think I'm blown. Toughest lead to defend in hockey." And he was serious, and he was right.
And he was right almost every time.
The Super Bowl, I'll never forget it. He was wearing, I'm sharing the story now, Super Bowl Sunday, he's wearing a white Brady jersey. I've never seen the guy not wear a T-shirt and shorts with flip-flops ever in my life. And he's wearing a Brady jersey. And he goes, "They're going down today." I'm laughing because it's him.
And he was so happy he was right at the end of it.
And when the season's over, he goes, "Oh, the season's over."
That was such a great night. Even though they lost.
I know. You were here, right? Yeah,
I was. We watched it.
That's right. We were all here together. That's right. Well, we had a memory.
We brought the Augusta chicken, remember?
Augusta's chicken.
Was debating whether or not trying it because he had a peanut
allergy.
allergy.
He had a peanut thing. And then I called the guy to see if there was a peanut allergy. Why do I remember that right now? Chris in Plainville. Hello, Chris.
Hello, Joe. Really tough news today. My thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family, and also my condolences to you guys at the station. I mean, man, I called way too many times, hundreds and hundreds, and it was always to all one of the 4 shows or whatever. And Jeremy was always passionate. Never suffered for, and he was absolutely passionate and professional. He made it absolutely a joy to call into. He never put anybody down, and he was just a great guy from what I could tell, because sometimes you spend time on hold a little bit with producers. But my point being is I don't call much anymore, but at the same time, I'm always listening, and Jeremy and the night shows are basically the main reason why we'll always listen, and we'll always think of the shows that he was involved with. But anyways, just thoughts and prayers to everyone. Take care.
How you doing, man? How you doing? All right.
I'm doing great.
I'm
unfortunately self-victim of the demographic of 18 to 54. I'm 58 now.
Yep.
So, it does get to the point where you listen, but when you're younger, 15 years ago, I mean, and plus the teams have changed a little bit as far as the success rate and different things. I remember DA being on all night after the Bruins won, and just, like I said, if it didn't end in Y, those are the only days I wouldn't call in. But yeah, I love listening to your show. I listen to it every night, and you've been a great asset to that company as well. But my thoughts and prayers are with him and his family, and you guys as well. So I am always listening, and I'll try to call in once in a while. So
I appreciate that, Chris. Thank you so much.
Take care, man. Joe. Be
too,
well.
Buddy. Yep. Take care. Bye-bye. Chris was a regular. Dude, I've been here 15 years, so Chris, I think, has been calling since day one. So it was good to hear from those guys. I do think about guys like Mason, who was very talented, and like Josh, these guys were guys that were lifers in this business and decided to do something else, and we're all still tight. We all still talk. We all still stay in touch, and I heard from a lot of people today. Kristen Sermon, I heard from Tracy Clements today, a lot of former producers, everybody that worked with, I heard from Bird. Me and Bird had a conversation today. But I just talked to a lot of people. Dundero called me being like, what the hell? Yeah, dude. It was a lot of people were impacted by this one, and I got through it tonight. I was not going to lie to you. I did Nesson before, and I actually thank Nesson. They did a nice tribute for Jeremy, and he worked with so many of the people with the Bruins, and he was always at the Garden that they did a nice tribute on Nesson today for him. So appreciate that, and thank you for everybody for calling, and everybody in our chat that's been supportive. And I know that if Skaz was here, I'm sure he would be able to share some more messages, and Skaz will be here Sunday. Him and Matt McCarthy doing a little show. They're getting Skaz out of the booth and putting him in the big chair, and Sean Silver will be here on Monday with Skaz, so I'm sure that they'll and I'm sure the next time Skaz and I are together, we'll have some more funny things to talk about. But yeah, this one hit everyone hard, man, and I don't know how the show will go on, but the show must go on, and I just feel like we should celebrate Jeremy, who was he was great. All right, we'll take a break. We'll wrap up this show here and send you into the weekend here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines.
All right, the Red Sox, they lost tonight 8-4. They've lost 5 out of 6. And what are they going to do now? Well, Trevor Story is going to have a rehab. It's Pittsburgh. And we'll find out who's at practice tomorrow for the Patriots. We didn't do any Celtics talk tonight, Jake. How do you feel about the league not putting the Jaylen Brown and the Jason Tatum?
I was upset about it. I thought, and what I mean upset is I'm not I thought it was a missed opportunity, I guess is what I mean by that. Is the league had a chance to really put the narrative on the front stage, and it chose not to. Which I understand LeBron James, likely his final year. Final of 2, definitely. So that's probably the bigger storyline. That definitely is the bigger storyline in the NBA. But you have 2 marquee days in basketball. Opening night, Christmas. And I'll even give you MLK Day because they do a lot for that holiday. So you have 3 big holidays The Celtics are playing on 2 of those, and they couldn't even get one of those to be the Jaylen Brown game. Like, MLK Day would have been perfect because of what Jaylen Brown stood for in the community and the work he's done social justice-wise. It would have been great if he came back to Boston for that. Could have been a whole thing, a whole event. Could have, I'm sure, done something in the community. It would have worked out perfectly. But instead, they just put it on random Thursday nights. Kind of out on that.
Nah. They'll be. I talked to Grandy today. He's at the Hall of Fame. And he was there for Doc. And Glasheen texted me as well, telling me, giving his condolences. And he's also at the Hall of Fame, too. So we have sources on the ground. Mike Mayer, how are you, sir?
Pretty good. How you doing, Joe? It's been a long time.
Good. I probably should mention that you were also a part of the producer mix here at night on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Yeah,
for a good year. I came back from Oregon. Was working with Jones and Keefe. Connolly was in there in the mix when Deering wasn't able to be in there, and it was great working with them. I heard the news today, and I was just gutted. It's just like, because, working with these people, even just for a year, you make these connections. And when things happen like this, it, makes you think like how much time we have left on this earth,
I think the biggest takeaway for me is like, we do this and we love this. And I know that like you did this, you loved it and you've gone elsewhere, but like there's more to life than this, bro.
Yeah, for sure. So I just remember about going back, like him at night, him flipping the bird is probably like Steve Austin is flipping the bird to wrestling that is to Jeremy Conley in radio. Like if someone walking in the hallway, he just have it out and like how like if you put it down like near your knee or something like that, like he's doing an itch.
It was like a love language, bro.
Yeah. It was great. So I'll keep it short, but I just want to say, hello and, thinking about all you guys that worked with them and, that worked with them for much longer than I did.
Yeah. Well, man, appreciate you, man. Good hearing from you. How you doing? Good?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Working, bounced around after radio because I went to, when I went to ZLX, we got traded to iHeart, and then that ended for me in 2019. So kind of soured me on the industry, and then I went elsewhere.
Well, keep grinding, bro. I remember doing shows with you. It was always fun, my man.
Oh yeah, we always had a blast working those nights, those dog days of summer nights.
That's right, bro. Appreciate you calling in, man. Thank you.
Yeah, take it easy.
You got it. Yeah, Mike was a part of the production guru. It's a big part of the big changes that we had here. We've had Jake. It's been a road, my man, but we're still here. Hey, you're here, Jake. On the final show of the week. Anything else before we get out of here you want to say? Anything. You can say, Joe, good night, because that's what we're doing.
Joe, have a good night.
Hey, people liked you tonight on the chat, they said. So.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Jake and Joe, maybe Jake.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Hey, it's Hardy. My friends at Revise Heating and Cooling are offering 2 awesome $89 service specials. First, a water heater flush and inspection to remove sediment and help extend the life of your tank, or a complete AC checkup to keep your home cool through the end of summer. Call 800-885-SAVE or visit callrevise.com.
Need a space shot? Rent one of our clean, dry, ground-level storage containers from Eagle Leasing today. Call 1-800-GET-EAGLE or check us out and get a quote at eagleleasing.com. I'm Brandon Eagle, and you see us everywhere. We're